Everybody to please get seated. And if there are people outside, request you to please come in, take your seats. We're starting this very important evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, RJ Tarun, and for years, Pune Times Mirror and Civic Mirror have not just reported the city's stories, they've amplified its conscience. They've questioned, they've highlighted civic gaps, they have celebrated progress. They've stood firmly with citizens of Pune because journalism is not just about headlines, it's about responsibility. And as media platforms deeply rooted in Pune, Pune Times Mirror and Civic Mirror believe in their role does not end at reporting change. Their role is to initiate it. And that's why Green Alert is not just an event, it is a commitment that says if awareness can be raised, it must be raised. If stakeholders can be brought together, they must be brought together, and if platforms can be created that move conversations from concern to concrete action, they will be created. Tonight is not about speeches, it's about solutions, it's not about climate fear, but climate responsibility. Because if media can shape narratives, it can also shape outcomes. And that is why Green Alert was born. And it is our extreme pleasure to see leaders, officials, celebrities, scientists, policymakers, doctors, conversationalists, corporates, and young voices all gather under one roof not to discuss problems, but to drive solutions today. Ladies and gentlemen, we wholeheartedly welcome each one of you to this beautiful evening, this beautiful event called Green Alert 2026. Can we hear it for Green Alert one time? Yeah? It's an initiative by Pune Times Mirror and Civic Mirror that asks people one powerful question. Are we entering tomorrow prepared or polluted? And of course, we're going to talk about policy makers and whatnot. But before we talk about policy, let's listen to future. Let us listen to some bright young voices that we brought on from Lexicon School. And I would like you to please join your hands as I call their names as they walk up to the stage. Let's welcome Sara Kalpesh Seta from class 6th. Sara, can we please have you here? A huge round of applause, everybody. Please welcome Devika Jaikar from class 9th, Rabani Chopra from class 6th, and Arya Kunal Pradhan from class 9th. Because when children speak about planet, we all must listen. There they are. A huge round of applause for all four of them.
Every leaf saved is a promise kept. A few years ago, my grandfather used to take me for morning walks every day. He would stand under a big banyan tree, close his eyes, take a deep breath, and smile. He used to say, "This air is free medicine." A few days ago, I looked at my mother's phone and imagined him say, "What am I hearing? The AQI of Pune has reached a dangerous level of 249. That number really shocked me. And that also made me wonder, though he is here today, is he really able to breathe as freely as he once did? I am Sara Seta from the Lexicon International School, Kalyani Nagar, and today, before I start, I would like to ask you a very important question. What is the future really worth if we can't breathe its air? Technology is clever. It can solve equations, carry loads, and even drive cars. But it can't whisper through the leaves, cool our skin, or summon the rain. Well, nature can, and yet we are forgetting it. Look at our city, Pune, once a garden of trees and clear rivers, now is sweating under the rising heat. The air carries smoke and dust. The AQI levels are rising dangerously. Rivers flow with memories of water, not life. The roads swarm with endless traffic. And now, nature is slowly raising its hand, asking for help. It is calling upon us. The good news, children can answer that call, but how? Small, powerful ways in which we, as students, can help. We can save water at home and at school, as every single drop counts. We can say no to single-use plastics. We can plant and take care of trees like our very own friends. We can remind our friends, neighbors, and elders that nature really matters. We can walk, cycle, or share rides to keep the air clean. Can you imagine a future where buildings wear green plant like clothes? The laughter fills the air instead of smoke. The kids can play freely and joyfully without the fear of illnesses. The rivers are alive with memories of life, stories, water, and fish. And that future is not built by machines alone. It is built by clean air, healthy trees, and hearts that care. So let us start today, not tomorrow, not when it's too late. Let us promise to protect our city, Pune, our earth, and the world we hope to inherit. Because a real future is happy, healthy, and kind. Thank you.
Environment is no one's property to destroy, but a responsibility to protect. Good evening, everyone. I am Devika Jaikar from the Lexicon International School, Kalyani Nagar. Today, we speak endlessly about AI, innovation, urbanization, automation, smart cities, but let me take a pause here and ask you a deeper question. What kind of future are we creating if we forget the environment today? Today, we see that AI can do so many tasks, from writing poems to driving cars to analyzing large sets of data. But can it really provide us with fresh vegetables and fruits? Or can it moderate the temperature like how our lovely trees do? The simple answer to the question is no. Now, let's take a look around us. Today, the air we breathe is heavier, polluted. The water we drink is contaminated. The heat is unbearable. The temperature is rising. The rains are so unpredictable. But is it nature's fault? No. This is the result of our own consequences and choices. Now, let's talk about our lovely city, Pune. Pune was once a beautiful lush green hill station with moderate temperature. But today, it is facing various problems, from traffic congestion to water contamination to air pollution. But yet, Pune is growing with free Wi-Fi zones, metro expansion, airport modification, cleanliness drives. But what can we do as students that will benefit the environment? The truth is that the solutions already exist, but they only count and work if we choose to apply and use them wisely. The first solution is to switch to electric vehicles, promote public transport and practices like carpooling. Secondly, SDG or Sustainable Development Goals shouldn't just be a topic that is taught in textbooks, but should be a lifestyle that the children are living. Like in our school, the Lexicon schools, children are taught these goals through various programs like the MI Fest, STEM Fest, R&D programs, and C2B programs. Thirdly, the youth of the city plays a very important role, as they can engage in practices like cleanliness drives and tree plantation programs, and can spread awareness about various environmental issues. I take immense pride in announcing that our school is at the last stage of installing vertical towers for plantation. These plantation towers will help us grow vegetables like tomatoes, spinach, and herbs. This is not just urban farming, but this is a sustainable, smart innovation. This will help us improve the air quality of our campus, reduce our carbon footprint, and learn about food security. This is not just urban gardening, but this is a huge step towards sustainability because smart schools not only create intelligent students, but they create responsible future citizens. With that, I would like to conclude my speech by saying that the future does not need more reckless and careless development. What it truly requires is more cautious innovations. Let us build a city where nature and technology grow and flourish hand in hand. Because without nature, there's no future at all. Thank you.
Imagine a classroom where 1 out of 10 children are affected with a chronic disease where it is hard to breathe without medication. Yes, this is the reality of the chronic disease asthma. But we are not, but our nature can. Our nature can. And today, if we hurt the nature, the tomorrow is going to be upset. Let us talk about beloved city. Pune. Once environmentally flowers, a city filled with garden. What has happened to now? It has become warmer. The air has become dirtier. The AQI has reached heights. 249? Really? Is this the Pune that we knew 10 years ago? No. The rivers are polluted like our own Mulamutha river. The roads are swarmed with traffic and less trees are to be seen. Like our own Mulamutha river. The roads are swarmed with traffic and less trees are to be seen. Animals and insects are not able to survive in this hot climate. How can we help save? They have conducted rallies known as Prabhat Fairies, and they have also conducted many awareness campaigns and poster making sessions. And for technology, they have conducted activities like the MI Fest, STEM Fest, Tech Fest, etc. I dream and I believe of a future where there will be magnificent buildings with trees on them. There will be humongous roads with less cars and more trees. There will be clear skies with birds flying in them. There will be rivers with fishes in them. There will be children playing out fearlessly without the fear of being ill. And this future is possible, but only if we start today. As rightly said, Rome wasn't built in a day. So let us start today and not tomorrow when it is too late. So let us promise to protect what's ours, our earth, our city Pune, and power our tomorrow. Because a real future is not only built by machines and technology, it is built by kind human beings, green trees, and clean air. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Arya Pradhan, and I'm from the Lexicon International School, Kalyani Nagar. And today, I'm here to speak on a very important topic. As you all know, Green Alert. We speak endlessly about future, AI, automation, innovation, etc. But today, I would like to take a pause in the present and ask a much more vital and urgent question. What kind of future are we creating if we forget about the environment today? I mean, really, maybe in the future, technologies can make our beautiful cities faster, smarter, and much more developed than they are today. But can I genuinely ask you something? Will these technologies be able to replace the clean air that we breathe in every single day? AI can analyze data, but can it provide the cool and calming shade that we get from trees, or a stable climate that is so perfectly suitable for us to inhabit? This is all provided to us in perfect harmony by our own Mother Nature. Progress is meaningful only when it's sustainable. Take a good look around you. The air is heavier, the heat is stronger, the rains are sudden and destructive. But this is not nature's mistake, it's ours. And I believe this is nature's way of punishing us for our sins and how we have harmed it. Let's talk about our home, our city, our Pune. It once used to be known for its cool atmosphere, pleasant weather. But now, everything has changed. There are new buildings and infrastructures coming up daily, majorly in areas like Wagholi, Hadapsar, and Pimpri Chinchwad, and more. But to be honest with you, we do not want these dull and dark surroundings. We need lush green trees, refreshing sunlight, and beautiful flowers. Apart from this, Pune is also famously known for its various tekadis like the Varje Tekadi, Vetal Tekadi, Durga, Baudhan, Tarzai, etc. They play a very significant role in our city. Excavation on their hills would be a grave mistake as they would disrupt the aquifer systems and lead to severe impact on bore wells. Pune citizens have been struggling to save Vetal Tekadi and the city's lungs from being destroyed due to developmental projects. Coalition of citizens and groups have been vigorously campaigning for saving Vetal Tekadi and halt the Bal Bharti Baudh Fata link road that is being built, which will cut through the green zone. Otherwise, our old heritage trees are also very important because Pune's residents have been fighting to save them by implementing the Maharashtra Protection and Preservation Act of 1975, which will plant new saplings every time our old heritage tree is cut.
A huge round of applause for all these four children. I've learned so much. It's just the beginning of the show, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, huge round of applause for all of them. Very well done. Thank you to all of you. So well spoken. Please. They say that we do not inherit this planet from our ancestors. We actually owe it AV that we want to show you at how Kolte Patil developed sustainability into the... All eyes on the screen, please. And with that, this event is now officially open. The ceremonial round of applause, everybody. I'll request all our dignitaries to please pose for a picture. I'd like to welcome talented students of Lexicon Mile for a beautiful presentation, the Ganesh Vandana.
सर्वांगी सुंदर उदिशेंदुराची कंठी झळके मान मुक्ता फळांची जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव जय मंगल मूर्ती हो श्री मंगल मूर्ती दर्शन मागले मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय देव
Students from Lexicon Mile, what a beautiful performance. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move towards our conclave, the Green Conclave, that brings together expertise from science, medicine, wildlife, governance, and policy. And the session is moderated by the CEO of Pune Times Mirror and Civic Mirror, Mr. Akash Raj Purohit. Sir, I'll request you to please join us on stage. Joining him on stage is Mr. Ganesh, representing policy and implementation on ground, Dr. Rahul Padmakar Kendre, interventional pulmonologist and allergy specialist, Professor Milind Sardesai, Department of Botany, Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Dr. Shashikant Nehul, environmental science expert associated with Pune University, and Mr. Ajay Sawant, wildlife conservationist, a voice of the voiceless forests and disappearing biodiversity. May I request you to please join us on stage, sir. Now that we have the whole panel here, can we have a round of applause for all our esteemed guests? Ladies and gentlemen, let the conversation begin, because awareness without action is just noise. I'll request Mr. Akash Rajpurohit to please start the conversation.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome all the dignitaries and making time for this particular subject. I would like to just start with a story, before getting into the conversation. We all actually have heard this story that, एक बच्चा था जिसने सोचा कि गांव में कुछ करते हैं, तो उसने गांव के बाहर जाके बोला कि शेर आया, पूरा गांव बाहर आके आया, and they find nothing, and they were a bit pissed off. He again did it because he enjoyed it. Second day he did it, entire village came in, they found nothing, they were pissed off. But I'll just end this story because we all know it, and we blame the boy because he played a prank, and one day actually the tiger came and ate him, and we blame the boy. But there is also other side of the story. Story is that if the guy has said that ke sher aaya, what the village has done about it? Have they created an ecosystem that can save the entire village? I don't think so, because that's how we have looking, and that's how we've been brought up of blaming others rather than taking the responsibility. And वो शेर आया वाली कहानी तो actually सच भी हो गई आजकल, आने भी लगे हैं. शेर नहीं आता but चीते आ जाते हैं. Yeah, but so before getting into the conversation, it's just a common question to all of you, sir. सच में शेर आ गया है कि it's just that a myth that has been created, that it's just a matter of point that we're discussing about green alert. Are we in the space? Is this the thing which we should be alert about? And I think it's for all of us to answer. And then I can go on one-on-one, but it's just a personal view from all of you that are we at that state right now, or it's too early that we are doing it, or we are late?
Hello, good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you for inviting us for this conclave, and I'm very happy that we have this initiative. Just like you said, sir, I'm pretty confirmed, and I'm pretty sure that this green alert is a need of an hour. Why? Because the prime question in front of Punekars is, what is the quality of air we are breathing? Because we can live without food for certain days, without water for, say, a week. But what about air? Not even few minutes. And therefore, this is an alarming sign in front of all of us that we should conglomerate all together, and we should deal with this issue of air quality, which is deteriorating very rapidly and rampantly. Not even a single section of Pune city is left without having AQI going so high. Okay. And therefore, the thing is, somehow this has become a primary issue of environment wherein we have to come together and we have to think about this problem in detail. If we see the scenario of how the air quality deteriorated within 2 decades, we'll find that many emerging pollutants and whatever conventional pollutants are, those pollutants have already taken a toll on air quality. And that's why I think it's pretty sure that, yes, this is a need of an hour. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Rahul, sir.
Absolutely, I can't agree more. That being a doctor, I see patients now asking us whether we should change our location. I get calls from Delhi, should we change to some other city? So definitely we are in that zone now, that it is more than alarm now. It's more than alarm. I would like to point out before we begin this talk, so pollution is not just outdoors, it is also indoor. Just an example, we did the lamp lighting, which is an oil lamp or a ghee lamp. This is again a source of a pollution. Though we are talking about green alert, but but we have a source of pollution here itself. So awareness about the pollution is not yet there, I would say. We are far behind. The alarm has already been ringing for maybe a decade now. We are far behind, I would say.
Hello. Yeah, so my name is Ajay, and I'm an ocean climate communicator and also a wildlife conservationist. So I definitely agree to what you said, and I attested, in fact, that we're already seeing these alarms across India and also Pune, of course. Just this morning, I was reading newspaper, and I read that to create 120 jobs, at stake are 60 tigers and 18,000 trees from iron ore extraction. And that's the situation we're seeing within the Pune district, of course, but also throughout India. And we are also repeatedly seeing leopards entering the city because these corridors which are required for these animals are, getting diminished under our great ambitions for development. So I would definitely be touching on more points that I talked about right now, but I do believe that this is the love we most desperately need in these times.
नमस्कार. आपने जो कहा है कि शेर आया, लेकिन अलर्ट इज़ देयर. तो अलर्ट के बारे में हम जो प्रिकॉशंस ले रहे हैं विद द डेवलपमेंट, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट. सो विद द डेवलपमेंट एंड वी कैन हैव अ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. सो देर इज़ नो शेर आया. इट्स विद द हैंड इन हैंड विद द पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ पीपल एंड विद द नेचर. थैंक यू.
तो यू मीन सर कि पूरे विलेज को काम करना पड़ेगा, मतलब लेट्स नॉट ब्लेम द किड. मतलब बच्चे को हमको ब्लेम नहीं करना चाहिए, पूरे गांव को काम करना पड़ेगा उसके लिए.
हाँ, सबको काम करना पड़ेगा इसके लिए.
श्योर सर.
थैंक यू.
Sir, question on AQI. We have been hearing this since almost a decade now. And personally, when we were working on this particular project, our first thing was to save the trees, which how it incepted. Like when it was in incubation mode, it was that how we can save the trees. But when we deep down, we drilled down, we met, as you can see, Pune University is our knowledge partner. We met all the people. We also knew there are a lot of factors which are affecting the environment. So when we hear about AQI, sir, like, air quality index, sir, हमारे लिए तो ये index है, but how does it impact the normal person? Is it just a number? Or, because we only know जब AQI की बात आती है, हम सिर्फ दिल्ली को blame करते हैं. But दिल्ली के बाद भी बहुत सारे शहर हैं जहाँ पे AQI की मतलब काफ़ी अच्छा नंबर है. तो पहला क्वेश्चन तो ये है कि should we be taking it seriously about this AQIs?
Yes, of course. First of all, what AQI means, air quality index, which we do. Now, we as researchers and scientists, what we do is we collect ambient air quality data. So when we collect the data, we collect it for various pollutants. Now, as per the Gazette of India, the list of conventional pollutants is given. So whatever primary pollutants are, we collect the data for that. And accordingly, we compute air quality index. Now, why it is important? It's simply because if I say that particulate matter is a pollutant and its today's value is 162, for example, the people who have background of air pollution subject, they will come to know what is the problem. But a layman will not understand what that 162 microgram per meter cube means. So basically, in order to make general public aware that what is the quality of air we are breathing, we have converted that quantitative data into qualitative data. So that a general public can understand, a layman can understand what is good, what is poor, what is unhealthy, what is severe. So the categorization is done in order to make one understand that what is the quality of air we are breathing. Okay, so this is a simplification work which AQI does. Now, how it is calculated based on the criteria air pollutants which are designated as per the Gazette of India. There is a formula through which we compute and we come up with one value, and accordingly we categorize different AQI categories. So good, So 0 to 50 is good, 50 to 100 is moderate, 100 to 150 is unhealthy, 150 onwards it's again severe, and then it is critical. So like that the categorization is done so that one understands what is the quality of air we are breathing. I hope I have answered this question.
Sure, sir, you have, you have. I'll come back to you because
Yes, please.
you just explained us what the AQI is, but we also actually want to know that do really we can do something about it or we can just discuss, but I'll come back to you on that. Rahul sir, I'm sure you must be facing a lot of patients who come with chest congestion, because even we cover a lot of story wherein we see that there is a lot of uprise in the kids facing these chest congestion issues. So, do you think that there is a precautionary measure that we can take? This alert is all about health as well, because we talk about AQI, we talk about environment, we think it's a philanthropic topic. But philanthropy नहीं है ये मतलब health पे आ रही है. और अगर आप खास रहे हो तो आपको डॉक्टर के पास जाना पड़ेगा. तो what are the things that we should take care of, especially the kids?
Absolutely, sir. In continuation with sir, what sir had mentioned about the AQI and its practical relevance, basically. So when you know that the AQI is more than 100, so that is the time you should be aware that anybody who is suffering from any kind of respiratory illness or any kind of cardiac illness should refrain from going out. That's what it indicates. AQI of more than 150 or 200 is harmful even for healthy adults and children. So that this number is quite relevant. I would say you need to, I would urge everybody to go through AQI every day, just like we do we check for our stocks, just what we do for the share market. We need to look for our health. For the health, you need to look after your AQI, the local AQI. It will be different from the different areas. Like even in the Pune city, it will be different from the different areas. And coming back to the question related to our OPD practices, when we see, especially during the times like winter seasons or nearby the Diwali period, where the AQI is quite high, usually it goes around more than 200, even in the Pune city. We see a lot of patients, even younger age. Nowadays, we are seeing at least 20% of our patients are pediatric age. So when we got trained, we were trained for adults. But nowadays, like few years back, I had to train myself in pediatric, for the pediatric patients also, because we see many patients, those who don't have any history of any, don't have any family history of any allergies, asthma, but still they are having symptoms like this. On the contrary to what we used to think that only those who have a family history of asthma would develop asthma. But nowadays we are seeing patients without any family history, any genetic predisposition, still developing frequent asthma-like symptoms. We call them frequent wheezers. Many times because of this, they again have multiple infections. Usually we see common flu infections that usually prepare you or prepare your immunity for next 6 months or a year. But nowadays we see every month they are getting fever. Every month they are getting infections.
So you mean your AQI is really
exactly
going there. Okay, okay. Ajay, just tell me one thing. This depleting wildlife corridors, do you really think that are the exact reasons why we are facing this human and wildlife confrontation which is happening, especially in Pune? Suddenly Pune it's like a kind of a zoo that has happened. Everybody, you are visiting there, you are sighting there, sighting there. So actually there was a joke that or maybe a reel that I saw, that somebody went to Javai to watch a leopard. And actually somebody told him, you should go to Pune. Yaar. Itna dur kyun hai, mil jata aapko. So do you think that this depleting wildlife corridors are the real reason, or there are some other reasons as well?
I very strongly believe that wildlife corridors are one of the primary reasons. There are other reasons as well. So just for anyone who does not know what a wildlife corridor is, it is a space which connects one big animal habitat to another habitat. These are passages through which wild animals move from one place to another to interact with different species as well. And this is how gene flow keeps on mixing throughout the wildlife species as well. This ensures that there is diversity within organisms and they are more resilient to adapt to the latest climatic conditions. But at present, what we're seeing in Pune is that the forest area is also rapidly declining. So not just those wildlife corridors, but also the spaces where these animals are living, those are decreasing. There's also, we can say this is both systemic as well as community issue because in our Forest Act, there are multiple amendments which mention that these corridors need to be protected. But when you go to see in person, they don't really exactly exist in a way they should be.
So, can I say that losing forest is one side it's affecting the humans as well, and the other side we are also affecting the wildlife. So
yes, most definitely, because human-wildlife conflict can escalate to very dangerous levels in some cases. We're already seeing it across Junnar in Khed, where leopards are coming out through the sugarcane fields. And these people are under serious stress. But when we go to see these, we only keep on hearing this as an uptick of 2025. It's not necessarily the same. This has been going for a while now. So, like I mentioned, it's a systemic failure because we haven't addressed it earlier. And aspects of wildlife conservation cannot be quickly addressed. They need time. They need space. They need they need you to implement solutions over time so that those effects come into power. You cannot randomly go on spaying female animals or relocating them. Because in terms of relocation, what happens is when specific animals are removed, predators like leopards, they have tendency to occupy the space of the existing animal, which means it's not going to create a huge difference.
one cause two problems, you mean to say?
Yeah.
True. Sir, Ganesh sir, now that you've heard all the sides, and I'll be very clear, this panel or this activity is nothing to blame, but just to have a very positive conversation. And in case even 10 to 20% of the people who are sitting out here or somebody who is watching us live right now can take some cues about it, I think our job is done. It's that simple. So, sir, can you just let us know that what, as corporation, what are the things that you are involved into, which is, because I daily, even I have seen those fog machines going, and there are a lot of efforts which have been made, but can you please highlight so that we all know that?
Okay. So first of all, AQI, that I will answer, that air quality index. From last 20 years, like I am observing AQI for Pune, sir. But it's sometimes like every year we observe from October to February, and after that everybody's forget the AQI. Okay. So like you have started with the rural to urban areas conversation, sir. Yeah. In rural area we have a chulas. Like चूल्हा से हम खाना पकाते हैं.
Okay.
यदि हमारे पास AQI monitoring के stations है, तो now we calculate from 0 to 400 AQI index is there from sensors.
Okay, sir.
लेकिन if you calculate with the चूल्हा and also dusty roads, like कच्चा road जो गांव में होता है, तो उससे calculate करते हैं तो it's around 300 to around that. After 1 hour, 2 hours, that जब वेस्टी जाती है उसके बाद clear हो जाता है.
Agreed.
So that is there. So we have now more sensors, we have more data for the AQI. So that's why we are more research on that, and हम कह सकते हैं कि okay, health के लिए ये करना चाहिए. Sure. There are institutes and all these things. This is the first for AQI. Definitely we reduce our AQI, we improve our environment in Pune definitely with the help of various technologies. Like we have an NCAP program for Pune city.
Okay, sir.
So in that we have sprayer machines are there. So we have mechanized sweeping systems is there.
Okay,
so
sir.
we have also a battery operator vehicles.
Okay,
also for municipal solid waste treatment, we have different techniques and technologies to treat the solid waste for Pune municipal waste, sir.
Okay, sir.
After that, for health also, like we have various schemes. So if suppose something happened to like some kind of diseases or kind of things, so we have more than 53 hospitals and major 3 hospitals in Pune city. And for wildlife also, sir, like we have many corridor, like we have a Sahyadri corridor basically.
Okay,
So
sir.
in that last year you heard about the bison in Pune. So that is also there. Like every time NDA forest and all that Bowdhan area, Warje area, they see the deers and many kind of the peacocks and all these things. So there is a human and animal conflict is there, but we have definitely some mechanism is there. So to tackle these kind of issues in Pune or in Maharashtra, sir. So definitely we are doing a lot of things with the, like we have AI cameras, like everything is there in forest or to analyze this, our AQIs also, and to after analyzing the what kind of effects for on our citizens, that system is there. And Honorable Commissioner sir is also attended today one program called पुणे शहराची जी आत्ताची स्थिती आहे म्हणजे त्याच्या प्रदूषण आणि त्याकरता आवश्यक असणाऱ्या उपाययोजना तर ते आपण आज सकाळी इंडियन इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ ट्रॉपिकल मॅनेजमेंट बरोबर कंडक्ट केलेली होती आणि त्याच्यामध्ये आपण एक कृती आराखडा पण तयार करणार आहोत आणि त्याचं इम्प्लिमेंटेशन जे आहे तर आपल्यासारखी सर्व मंडळी तज्ज्ञ मंडळी सायंटिस्ट आणि ऑफिसर्स त्यामध्ये इन्व्हॉल्व असणार आहे आणि त्यानंतर पुढचं पाथ ठरवण्यात येईल.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I just want to wrap it up fast because I think we have covered the problems. Can we just wrap it up by giving one solution that can help us in tackling this issue? I think we all have identified the problem. We also have identified the solutions. But one solution we can culminate this panel with, which will definitely help a lot of people. Starting with you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'll just take 2 to 3 minutes to answer this question because there is a lot of background to it. The temperature of our planet increased by 0.6 degrees Celsius just in 22 years. And if it has to happen naturally, 20,000 years or more than that. And if it has to happen naturally, 20,000 years or more than that it will take. As of now, we have already increased by 2026 temperature of our planet by 1.7 degrees Celsius above sphere. Just to give you a brief science about it, how this issue is so intricate. When air pollutants come in the atmosphere, of course at night time they will settle down or through the winds they will be transported. But that's not the case with global warming. If carbon dioxide pollution happens today, the impact of the heat trapping will last for around 150 years. Because the atmospheric life of carbon dioxide is 150 years. Now today the issue is such intricate, मराठीत त्याला म्हणतात गुंतागुंतीचा, that on one side we are framing policies to cut down on carbon emissions. And on other side, we are framing policies to cut down on air pollution. Now you see how we are landing up into a vicious cycle. 2020 was the COVID year. Lockdown happened in 2020. And we all have heard good news about how the air quality improved. All the pollutants went down, news channels were circulating all the information and all. But you see, it is the very same 2020 which was recorded as one of the hottest year of 21st century. Now, why this happened is because we cleaned the atmosphere, particulate matter pollution went down, other pollutants they went down, atmosphere became an open playground for the dormant carbon dioxide emissions, and those carbon dioxide which was trapped in oceans or wetlands since decades, that got a chance to express. Because scientifically, particulate matter, the dust, if it is sulfur-prone dust, it has a cooling effect in the atmosphere. So today what is happening, you see, somehow we are cutting down on carbon, we have to take toll on human health through air pollutants coming in the atmosphere, or somehow we have to cut down on air pollutants and global warming we have to adapt to. Either way, there is a vicious trap.
Can we, because
yes,
can we
now I'm coming to the point.
Part?
So in such an intricate thing, what we can do is adapting sustainable technologies. That's what is a need of an hour. If that we can do, that is pretty much important. And to talk about sustainable technologies, we will have other
Sure,
things.
sir, sure.
Thank you.
Sir, can we keep it quick
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you already have...
For the healthcare, I would just suggest to mitigate these pollution issues, you can start using a mask, preferably a N95 mask with a valve. Have a good hydration, have good diet. Avoid, as I mentioned, avoid burning the chula and again diya, even agarbatti. All these these are all part of pollution. These should not be burnt in at home. So that would be my suggestion.
I'll be quickly suggesting on the wildlife aspect itself. In terms of cities, of course, we've been hearing a lot about civic sense, and I don't want to speak about it. But also ensuring that the waste that we have in our houses is properly managed, because wild animals often enter human settlements for the waste. And today we are especially seeing this because the forests are decreasing. So trying to restore the forest areas which have decreased. Also in terms of more for livestock, so that the livestock farmers are not agitated to kill or hurt the leopards, and it does not turn out to be a bigger fiasco. We need better management of existing corridors as well. That's it from my end.
Thank you.
We need a participation first, with the participation of all stakeholders. Second is training, capacity building, and also IEC. And third is plan. So these are the things, three things are there to know.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir,
you,
for being so precise. No, such a short answer, but so effective answer. I will just culminate this panel by saying that, no, it was very encouraging for all of us to know this knowledge. But what I also feel would like to add 2 pointers to it. I think there are a lot of work that are happening in different segments, and everybody is trying their best to do it. But the data synchronization, which is the key right now, because there are all the corridors which of work are happening. Now there is a lot of technology where data sharing can be done, and if somebody is doing some kind of a research which can be useful for some other department, or maybe in some hospital some kind of things are happening and that data can be shared. So that data synchronization is the key, what I understand. Only then we can, and hence you told that the participation will only come when it is a synchronized effort. Thank you so much for each one of you being part of this panel, and such a nice panel. Thank you so much.
What an enlightening conversation, ladies and gentlemen. A huge round of applause for all our panelists. We would like to thank everybody on the panel on behalf of Green Alert, and I'll request Akash sir to please felicitate all our speakers. Come on, everybody. Put your hands together for the speakers of our Green Conclave. I'd like to call on stage somebody who's always believed in that true leadership lies in shaping responsible citizens. Through the Lexicon Group, he's impacted thousands of young minds. Through his media platforms, he's strengthened the civic dialogue. And through initiatives like Green Alert, he reinforces one powerful belief that sustainability is not just a trend, it's a duty for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Chairman and Managing Director, Pune Times Mirror and Civic Mirror, Managing Trustee, Lexicon Group, Dr. Pankaj Sharma.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Ram sir, for coming here and honoring this event. Goyal sir, thank you for being here. Behram sir, it's so nice you are here. Sushil ji, Sayaji Shinde Saab, thank you for coming. Sheetal is there, Priyanka, all of y'all. And we've got corporators here, recently elected corporators. A lot of burden on your shoulders today. And the city is looking upon you. City is expecting a lot of things from you. And congratulations, Akash, for doing what y'all are doing. It's a phenomenal job. You know, I tried to, last time this entire event started when Kiran Bedi came here for one of the events. And she started saying about the AQI of Delhi, and she said that Pune is not far behind. And we thought, okay, this is something which is very interesting and we need to talk more about it. We got the students of lexicon management, and Mala ma'am, thank you for being here. We spoke to the students of lexicon management, and we said, which media houses in the world have worked upon this, have worked upon green cities, have worked upon environment? And surprisingly, there were not many. So we said, now if there is nothing to be followed, we have to create something on our own. Akash went to a lot of people. He went to the University of Pune. He went to the environment department. He went to the zoology department. He went to the botany department to understand what kind of trees should be planted. Then he went to the Maharashtra board. And then finally, he went to the Pune Municipal Corporation. And that's when Ram sir came full-heartedly and he said, oh wow, this is an excellent event, something that we really need to talk about and something we really need to try and make things better for this city. And so coming from the background that you have, I mean, he's worked in the Prime Minister's office, he's worked in a rural area like Bid, the kind of exposure that he's got and what you bring in onto the platform, sir, makes a lot of difference for this city. And we would definitely like to understand, what are your plans, not only towards green Pune, but the other aspects of Pune as well. So somebody as knowledgeable as, somebody who's got that kind of exposure coming and becoming a municipal commissioner of our city is actually a boon, is an asset for this city. When about 20 years ago, we started this institute called Lexicon School, and I went there and I spoke to the students there. And I told them, draw a happy place. And about 40 students in the classroom, most of them drew a mountain with a sun and tree. Some of them drew their houses. Some of them, the road. It was a beautiful sight then. I went there again about a week back, and I said the same thing, draw your happy place. Again, there were many who drew mountains and trees, but there was a bunch of students who drew a city which is black in color, and there was smoke coming out. I was thinking, my God, look at the change in this 20 years. What have these children started thinking? From where they would think about a beautiful green city, so now they are drawing black cities. That was something that was a wake-up call. So I'm so glad, sir. I mean, this is more concerning for the children. We all, we all have lived our years. We have that strength to fight it out. But the young children, those who are born, or the young children who are just 4 years, 3 years, life is not easy for them. And if we don't work on it today, it's like, जब हम भाग रहे होते हैं, and सामने से if there is a gush of wind, बहुत जोर से हवा आती है, हम फिर भी भागते हैं, the strength required is more, but we still run and we complete what we have to do. Similarly, if the nature is against us, it doesn't mean that everything is over. We'll have to put in more effort, but we will reach where we want to reach. So, Pune Mirror, Civic Mirror, my advice to you is, don't finish this event on this night. This event has to continue. This has to get results. And if somebody is saying that Pune's AQI is, say, 250 or 260, whatever it is, with a media house, with a municipal corporation, with builders, with bankers, with citizens, with corporators, and if we still can't do what we have to do, then it's a failure on our part. So let's start and let's only grow, and maybe after 1 year, publish a paper and tell the world this is what Pune Mirror has done. And if we can do that, that is where I will say Pune Mirror has become successful. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being a part, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for those valuable inputs. And of course, we're all very inspired to hear you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now turn our attention to the efforts, initiatives, and vision of the Pune Municipal Corporation. What have they been up to? We have an AV for you. All eyes on screen, please.
कला आणि विद्येचं माहेरघर राष्ट्रीय स्वच्छ हवा कार्यक्रम NCAP अंतर्गत 130 शहरांना विविध प्रकारचा निधी प्राप्त होत आहे. यामध्ये हवेची गुणवत्ता सुधारण्यासाठी पुणे महानगरपालिकेला 312 कोटी रुपयांचा निधी मंजूर झाला आहे. पैकी 162 कोटी निधी योजनेअंतर्गत प्राप्त झाला आहे. यामधून हवेची गुणवत्ता सुधारण्यासाठी महापालिका शहरात विविध प्रकारची पर्यावरणपूरक कामे करत आहे. यामध्ये प्रामुख्यानं विद्युत वाहनांचा वापर वाढवणं, रस्त्यांवरील धूळ कमी करण्यासाठी मेकॅनिकल स्वीपर आणि वॉटर स्प्रिंकलर मशीनचा वापर करणं, शहरातल्या सर्व मुख्य आणि अंतर्गत रस्त्यांच्या दुतर्फा झाडं तसंच हरित उद्यानांची निर्मिती करत महापालिका स्वच्छ हवेची हमी पुणेकरांना देत आहे. प्रवासी वाहतुकीचा श्वास असलेल्या PMPML बसेस आज मितीस 90% ग्रीन फ्युएल म्हणजेच इलेक्ट्रिक आणि CNG यांसारख्या हरित ऊर्जेवर चालतात. शहरातल्या मुख्य रस्त्यांवर सायकल ट्रॅक आणि फुटपाथची निर्मिती करत प्रदूषण कमी होण्यासाठी चालना दिली जाते. हवा गुणवत्ता तपासासाठी शहरातल्या पुणे विद्यापीठ, कात्रज डेअरी अशा 10 ठिकाणी कंटिन्युअस एअर क्वालिटी मॉनिटरिंग स्टेशन्स बसवण्यात आले आहेत. हॉट मिक्स डांबर प्लांट मधून तयार होणाऱ्या प्रदूषणावर नियंत्रण करण्यासाठी येरवडा येथे एअर पोल्युशन कंट्रोल सिस्टम्स मध्ये वेट स्क्रबर मेकॅनिझम बसवण्यात आले आहे. पुणे महानगरपालिकेच्या आणि इतर सार्वजनिक इमारतींवर सोलार पॅनल्स बसवण्यात आले आहेत. तसंच महापालिकेतील अधिकारी वर्गासाठी EV कार्स उपलब्ध करून दिल्या आहेत. जेवढं मोठं शहर तितकीच कचऱ्याची समस्या भयंकर. या समस्येचं पर्यावरणपूरक नियोजन करत महापालिका विविध उपक्रम राबवत आहे. कचरा वाहतुकीसाठी EV ट्रान्सपोर्ट वापरल्या जातात. तसंच उरळी येथील कचरा डेपोत कॅपिंग करून मिथेन वायूचा गंभीर प्रश्न आटोक्यात आणला आहे. तिथे डम्पिंग ग्राउंडवर अमृतवन या हरित जंगलाची निर्मिती करण्याचं काम सुरू आहे. शहरातल्या रिक्षा चालकांना EV रिक्षासाठी 25,000 रुपये अनुदान महानगरपालिका देते. सर्वात महत्त्वाचं म्हणजे शहरातल्या विविध स्मशानभूमींमध्ये अद्ययावत एअर पोल्युशन कंट्रोल डिव्हाइस, विद्युत आणि गॅस दाहिनी उपलब्ध करून देण्यात आली आहे. अतिधुरामुळे होणारं प्रदूषण या उपकरणांमुळे कमी होत आहे. तसंच खासगी बांधकामासाठी ग्रीन नेट लावणं, फॉगिंग यंत्रणा बसवणं, पाण्याचे स्प्रिंकलिंग करणं इत्यादी बंधनकारक करण्यात आलं आहे. शहराला सेवा देणारी महा मेट्रो मास रॅपिड ट्रान्झिट सिस्टीम आहे. मेट्रो या घडीला जवळपास 33 किलोमीटर अंतर व्यापते. प्रतिदिन लाखो प्रवासी मेट्रोतून प्रवास करतात. यामुळे वाहनांचा वापर कमी होऊन प्रदूषणाला आळा बसायला मदत झाली आहे. बांधकामांपासून निर्माण होणाऱ्या राडारोड्याचा पुनर्वापर करण्यासाठी 250 मेट्रिक टन क्षमतेचा कन्स्ट्रक्शन अँड डिमॉलिशन वेस्ट प्लांट वाघोली इथे उभारला आहे. इतकंच नाही तर पादचारी दिन, पर्यावरण दिन आणि स्वच्छ हवा दिन, हवामान कृती दिन असे अनेक उपक्रम पुणे महानगरपालिका वर्षभर मोठ्या उत्साहात साजरे करते. परम जनहितम ध्येयम असं म्हणत महानगरपालिका नागरिकांना शुद्ध आणि स्वच्छ पर्यावरण देण्यासाठी कटिबद्ध आहे.
We all know that our city is transforming, but we also know that transformation never happens by chance. Transformation happens through leadership, policy, and decisive action. Ladies and gentlemen, our next dignitary is an officer entrusted with steering one of Maharashtra's most dynamic and rapidly expanding cities. As the Municipal Commissioner of Pune Municipal Corporation, he stands at the intersection of governance, development, sustainability, and citizen welfare. It is my pleasure to now welcome on stage Mr. Naval Kishore, our Municipal Commissioner of PMC. Sir, can I please request you to join us on stage? I'll also request Dr. Pankaj Sharma and Ms. Sheetal Bayani to come join us and felicitate Sir on behalf of all of us. So, may I now request you to address this gathering and share your vision for a greener and more resilient Pune? We all want to hear from you, sir.
Thank you so much, Pune Mirror, for this wonderful event. I'm especially thankful to Akash ji, and you have actually made sincere efforts for this event. I also met a great person called Mr. Pankaj Srivastava today. I met you for the first time. And Sayaji Sindhe ji is here. So he is one of the finest actors in the country, and I'm actually his huge fan also, because not only a fan, but he has been a very great friend of mine, because when he started his campaign for plantation on such a scale, so he started this campaign from bead, and I was collector bead then. So we also have kind of a nostalgic connect we have, sir. And KK Goyal ji has joined this event, and all the dignitaries present, especially all the prestigious citizens of Pune city. So I'm very thankful that you have shown your presence in such a huge number. I'm also joined by my wife Mala and my son Agastya. Agastya has never seen me speaking on the stage. So I don't know, his rating will be the actual rating for me today. So I think this event is what you have focused talking on AQI. But I believe that AQI is just one of the problems. AQI alone has not emerged as a problem, basically, just kind of a byproduct of several other things. We all know about Newton. Actually, he had said, like, if you do some great job through science, maybe one great thing, at the same time, you will be, also generating 10 other problems. So this is among 10 other problems, AQI. So why only AQI? If we talk about Pune, so we should also know that Pune is like 40% of the people, 40% of the area is not getting the due share of drinking water. Despite the fact that Pune is one of the rarest of rare cities in the world, where the per capita consumption of water is 295 liters. It's called LPCD, and this is the highest in the world, I'm telling you. So we are having around 40% of NRW, this non-revenue water. Again, if you talk about other, one big issue which is kind of basically a global, phenomenon now, Pune happens to be the 4th most congested city in the world in terms of urban mobility. So, of course, Kolkata is above us, but Kolkata is not for any other reason. It's because Kolkata is very densely populated. The population density of Bengal is highest in India, and that's the reason why Kolkata is something we find beyond repair. because it's hugely populated. But Pune is not so. Problem here is that we are endowed with only 9% of roads. So we have some natural problems, natural barriers. Because if you look at Pune, so there are regions, some defense area, cantonment areas. So this is one city where there is no ring road. If you look at Nagpur, they have 2 ring roads, but Pune has not even a single ring road. A person who is staying in Purandar, if he has to go to Mumbai, will go through Pune city. A person who is staying other part, maybe Sirur, if he has to go to Mumbai, he'll go through Pune city only. So Pune's traffic is not of Punekars. Only 40% traffic is of Punekars. 60% of traffic is those who are not staying in Pune. So there are some strange problems of this city. And I'm telling you, if you want to resolve this problem and crisis, one has to think out of box, because problems are in plenty and solutions will have to be very tricky and very, very suitable, basically. So I'm just saying, you just asked me, because AQI is, of course, I'll speak on the AQI, but we are not only struggling with AQI, there are many other things. Pune has a very unique history and unique progress that it has shown in the last few decades. Bangalore is known for the speed. No, Bangalore is known for the skill. Just for example, this Infosys, they shifted to Bangalore maybe for some other reason because they saw boom in there. So Pune has the capacity, it has potential to do something and show something which no other city can. We are having 25% of GCC, like the global capability centers, 25%. Like out of around 1800 GCC, Pune is having around 450 GCC. And it has just happened in last 5-7 years. So Pune is a growing city, it has great potential. If in a certain defined area, this is one city where the highest number of education institutions are there. Number of universities, colleges, skill centers, and so we are like great in so many areas. So Pune also has a natural tendency to grow. This is one of the rarest of rare cities which is growing from all sides. There can be a city which is growing eastward, westward, southward. Mumbai cannot grow from any side, but Pune is simply growing from all the sides and very, very rapidly growing. So K.K. Goyalji is sitting here. I think there is something, the new set of rules for building permissions and constructions. This is called UDCPR. I was Collector Pune from 2018 early to 2020 end, almost 2.5 saal se zyada. So when I was Collector Pune, then beautiful institution here, this Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology. It's a very nice place. But they are only doing all the research for Pune city, all the surveillance system for it, they are only doing it. And they are the biggest expert in this area. So I had a program in the morning on the same issue. AQI basically is something like Indians and all of us basically will look at the problems in a very, very homogenized way. Okay, Pune has 200 AQI, there are 4 solutions, apply it everywhere. When today morning I discussed with them for almost 2 hours, you can't understand which area is most polluted, which area is not polluted, what are the reasons behind it. So today morning I came to know Shivaji Nagar is the most polluted part in Pune city, my office. And PMC is basically most polluted in true sense also. So basically the reasons have to be understood very clearly. And then again, answer is no. Because when we talk about the AQI, what does it mean actually? What is the, this PM, the particulate matter, is 2.5 is mostly because of vehicular emissions, mostly industrial emissions. PM10 is because of dust and maybe debris and C&D waste. So in Pune, 35% this pollution is caused by vehicles and industry. Pune city, I am telling you. Rest is caused by the debris, C&D waste, and kind of mismanaged systems. So we have to understand that this is for the average of the city, and again this differs area-wise, zone-wise. So we discussed with them, IITM, and we requested them that we should form a working group which will be comprising of some students from their side, some researchers, and our officers, and they will be doing some study by February end, and they will give us a very clear-cut plan. They will do a study and they'll share the report with us, and on that basis we can actually generate some work plan. Because if you do something, like, it should not go unanswered actually, it should not be unattended for the future. So why basically Pune is becoming a grim tale in all the areas? Because we are a city which is registering around 4 lakh vehicles per day. We have conceived 3 phases of metro. The first phase of metro is completed. The average ridership per day is 2.5 lakh. So interestingly, 2.5 lakh ridership has not actually resulted into reduction of number of private vehicles. So it's not that you keep on taking different measures and it will give you results. No, not necessary. Basically, I am just thinking that, okay, 3 phases of metro will be completed. Ridership will go up to 8 lakh, 9 lakh. Will it actually result into reduction of number of your private vehicles? Who is sure of it? And basically, we could not see that result in the first phase. So, Akash ji, ek kathin hai bahut chunauti. And the green alert you have given is basically much more dangerous than the red alert, I am telling you. Because, you know, problem with us is like our behavioral dispositions. The way we think is very hard to change. So there is something called mission life. Honorable Prime Minister has devised it. He has, conceived this concept, mission life, lifestyle for environment. It only says, if you don't change your behavior, if you don't make changes in your life and your societal pattern, there can be reduction of 18% reduction of global GDP by 2050 if you go on this way. Now the question is how recklessly we are going ahead. In the city like Pune, आज तो मेरे सामने गोयल साहब हैं, इतने बड़े बिल्डर हैं, तो आज मेरे ऑडियंस वही हैं. So basically now the time has come, we have to choose between reckless expansion versus disciplined growth. And unfortunately, in last, few years, Pune has not chosen disciplined growth. Pune has chosen reckless expansion. The example is, in Wagholi, we have given permissions to 70-meter plus buildings, diverse and many, in all the areas, despite the fact no drainage, no water supply, no proper DP roads. And people go to purchase those houses, very easily. The reason is that they are cost effective also. Because you are only getting house, you are not getting drainage, you are not getting road, you are not getting water. मोहम्मदवाड़ी से कोई अगर होंगे तो बता सकते हैं. Why people went to मोहम्मदवाड़ी? Because मोहम्मदवाड़ी में ना रोड था, ना पानी था, ना कुछ था, घर बन गया, बट उस घर की कीमत इतनी कम थी कि हम घर खरीदने वहाँ चले गए. Now they are saying कि ये कमिश्नर बहुत बदमाश है, इसके चलते पानी नहीं आ रही है हमारे पास. So issue is that, like, we have to think about it. Unless my area is kind of given drainage facility, unless there is a proper DP road, unless there are certain water supply systems, how can I allow 150 meters building to be raised? So that's called reckless expansion, and unfortunately Pune has seen a phase of reckless expansion. So these are the problems basically. See, and one more issue basically. अच्छा गोयल साहब, मैं आप ही से बात कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि आप एक ऐसे सज्जन व्यक्ति हैं. You are not only a builder, you are a social worker also. And I believe that through you, the message will go so rapidly. So, another set of issue, because Pune city, there is a concept of paved area and the reduction in the runoff of rain stream. अब एक शहर है, आप मान के चलें कि 20 साल पहले पुणे कैसा था. I mean, if you reduce your permeable spaces if you reduce your green spaces, so it will not only invite drought, it will also invite flood. जैसे कि सिंधे साहब जो काम कर रहे हैं, जो वृक्ष लगा रहे हैं, इन्होंने बीड में काम शुरू किया था। तो ऐसा सुनिए कि बीड में जो है ड्राउट के लिए किया गया था। पेड़ लगाने से हमको ड्राउट से भी हम बचते हैं, पेड़ लगाने से हम फ्लड से भी बचते हैं, और पेड़ लगाने से हमारा जो AQI है वो भी कम होता है। ये तीनों कई सारी चीज़ें होती है। सो नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज, there is a possibility that entire Pune city can be turned into a paved area, because your land formations are used either for transportation or for the houses or some other things. So now there is a concept. I am creating road के बगल में buildings बना रहा हूँ. So the amenity space is there. This amenity space has to be left for some civic amenities. And the civic amenities is defined in corporation law, is hospital, garden, playground, many things. So now the question is, I am also having wide roads, I am having buildings, और जो amenity space है, that is also becoming some concretized, club, playground, everything. So slowly, the research says that a city can be entirely paved in only 10 years. So now the question is, when we are creating, such big infrastructure, why can't we take just one bold step and just decide that कि जहाँ जहाँ पे हमारा amenity space होगा, it will be used as permeable space, which is being done by चेन्नई. कहीं तो कुछ मिलेगा ना, like runoff के लिए तो कुछ जगह चाहिए ना आपको. So I think the need of the hour is like, जैसे आकाश जी जो बोल रहे हैं ना कि देखो, when Ganesh was answering very nicely, because he gave you very, very good answers in a very simple terms. बेसिकली हमें क्या होता है कि प्रॉब्लम को समझना, डायग्नोज करना इज वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट. अनलेस यू डायग्नोज द प्रॉब्लम, यू कांट फाइंड द सॉल्यूशंस. एंड टू काइंड ऑफ रिजॉल्व द इशूज लाइक AQI and other things, there are two things. It's a very stated kind of policy. Like, first is the mitigation and second is the adaptation. Like, you mitigate the damage done and you adopt the new things so that damages do not occur in the future. There are only two-pronged strategy for it. So like for us, पुणे में भाई देखिए हमारे पास 4000 बसेज की ज़रूरत है, 2000 बसेज है, बाकी जो बसेज है उसका ब्रेकडाउन परसेंटेज 12 से 14% है. तो PMPL के बस में अगर आप जा रहे हैं तो कहीं भी आप रुक सकते हैं बीच में. So, and those buses are like mostly normal buses. There are hardly 300-400 buses which are CNG. They are not e-buses. So like if I go for a fleet of e-buses, all 4,000, this can be called a mitigation measure. If I have go for the constructing building, so why can't we go for the green building structures जो हम zoning करते हैं? There are different, blue, ये अलग-अलग जो zones हम बनाते हैं. So these are the things, like Pune is also well endowed with naturally green space, like Katraj का तालाब है, पासान है, जामुलवाड़ी है. Those need to be, kind of protected well. At least those green spaces which already are there with us, this should not be disturbed in kind of. We have the nalas. I was giving example in today's morning session. A small place like Miraj, which is in Sangli. Miraj is a small place. And Miraj has lost 30% of its nalas in last 10 years. So imagine Miraj, which is not so commercially important city in Maharashtra, can actually lose its 30% of natural nalas in 10 years. What would actually have happened to Pune city? I mean, it's very difficult to say. If you go to the outskirt area, हमने कितने नाला सर बुझाए होंगे किसी को आइडिया नहीं है. There is a policy for it. अगर मुझे भाई यहाँ नाला, नेचुरल नाला पे अगर कुछ बड़ा प्रॉपर्टी खड़ा करना है तो नियम ये भी बोलता है कि नाला का मार्ग बदल दो. People forget that nalas are not artificial structure. देखो, मैं भी जब सरकारी नौकरी में आया था, बिफोर बिकमिंग कलेक्टर, मुझे लगता था कि शहरों के नाला हम बनाते हैं गंदे पानी के लिए. बट आइडियली नाला शुड नॉट हैव वाटर व्हेन देयर इज नो रेन. बट हमारे नाला में गंदा पानी होता है, स्वेज होता है. और इफ देयर इज गिवन बाय द नेचर जिस चीज़ को भगवान ने बनाया है उसको इंसान को बिगाड़ने का कोई अधिकार तो है नहीं। सो हम ये बड़ा आराम से सोचते हैं कि हमने नाला का मार्ग बदल दिया, लेकिन नाला का मार्ग आपने बदला है, अपना मार्ग एक्चुअली प्रकृति ने नहीं बदला है। हमारे यहाँ एक आम्बी लोढ़ा करके एक जगह है, आम्बी लोढ़ा जिन लोगों को पता ही होगा, कुछ लोग उस रीजन से आते होंगे। दिस इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग टू नो, आम्बी लोढ़ा नाला इज वन ऑफ द नाला जिसका बहुत बड़ा कैचमेंट है, इज द बिगेस्ट कैचमेंट पूरे देश में, पूरे एशिया में जितना भी नाला है रेन स्ट्रीम का, उसका सबसे बड़ा कैचमेंट वाला है आम्बी लोढ़ा। आम्बी लोढ़ा का पुअर डिजाइन, एनक्रोचमेंट, इसके कारण से 2020 में जो वहाँ पे बाढ़ आई थी, ऐतिहासिक बाढ़ थी, 60 लोग मरे थे वहाँ पे, बिकॉज हमने नाला को डिस्टर्ब कर दिया। फिर बाद में कॉरपोरेशन ने कुछ कुछ करके ऐसे किया है। सो नाउ बेसिकली आई मीन दिस इज वेरी वेरी ऑब्वियस कि एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन हैज़ टू बी लाइक वाइज, थॉटफुल, दे हैव टू स्टडी हार्ड। हमारे देखिए प्रशासनिक अधिकारी के बारे में एक जरूर मान लीजिएगा कि भाई वो जो शासन का जीआर है उतना ही पढ़ ले तो उनकी पढ़ाई पूरी हो जाती है, वो भी नहीं होती है। एक समय था जो लोग बोलते थे कि शासन आदेश और रेलवे की कहाँ कौन ट्रेन जाती है बस इतना ही पढ़ते थे। इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स दे कीप ऑन डूइंग देयर ड्यूटी डे इन डे आउट, बट दे आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग द इशूज। सो ऑफिसर्स always become myopic because they also walk, अपन बोलते ना कि आम्ही चौकोटीत राहून काम करतो। जैसे घोड़ा है तो घोड़ा को आप अगर ऐसे बांध देते हो तो घोड़ा ऐसे ही दौड़ता है, वो देखता कहीं नहीं, सिर्फ दौड़ते जाता है। सो गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स एंड ऑफिशियल सेटअप में अधिकारी कितने भी अच्छे हों, दे ऑलवेज आर मायोपिक बिकॉज दे डोंट स्टडी, दे डोंट मीट पीपल। सो आई हैव ओनली 2 सजेशन बिकॉज व्हाट पीएमसी हम क्या सोच रहे हैं, वी वांट टू कंसल्ट, वी वांट टू मीट विद डिफरेंट एंड डाइवर्स टाइप्स ऑफ स्टेक होल्डर्स, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि जब भी मैं कुछ अच्छा काम करता हूं उसकी शुरुआत तब होती है जब मैं कुछ अच्छे लोगों से मिलता हूं, मुझे बताते हैं। आई हैव नॉट हैड एनी ग्रेट आइडिया इन माई ऑफिस फ्रॉम एनी ऑफिसर टिल डेट। मैं जब किसी बाहर के आदमी से मिलता हूं, आपके जैसे लोगों से, तो मुझे बताते हैं कि शहरा तो ऐसा कहीं तरह जरा बगा तुम्हें, तब लगता है कि हाँ ये तो हमने सोचा ही नहीं था। सो द फर्स्टली द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड स्टेक होल्डर्स, सिटीजन्स ऑफ पुणे, they should connect more and they should actually share their knowledge or wisdom with each other. Knowledge और wisdom एक ही साइड से आएगा, बाकी तो सुनना एक तरफ से हो जाए वही काफ़ी है। So now this is a very very important thing. Another thing is that Pune is kind of a place the highest number of intellectuals in the country. कहीं इसमें कोई डाउट ही नहीं, and wonderful people. So if we can use their knowledge, हमारे ऐसे भी लोग हैं यहाँ पे, आई हैव सीन सच पीपल। मतलब मैं सुबह मिलता हूँ, मैं बोलता हूँ कि इस एरिया में एक बड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है, बाय इवनिंग वी कैन गेट 20 करोड़ इन आवर अकाउंट की, जब आपको करना है तो। सिटीजन्स बहुत है हमारे पास, बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं जो चाहते हैं कि कंट्रीब्यूट करें, लेकिन कैसे करें कुछ पता नहीं है। सो देयर इज एब्सोल्यूट डिस्कनेक्ट बिटवीन एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड द पीपल। सो वी हैव टू काइंड ऑफ क्रिएट फोरा जहाँ पे हम लोगों से मिल के हम बातें करें। दूसरा ये है कि हमें थोड़ा सा ये भी देखना होगा कि प्रशासन और जनता दोनों मतलब बिल्कुल 50-50% की हिस्सेदारी है, एंड दे हैव टू बी काइंड ऑफ इक्वली रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द इशूज लाइक एनवायरमेंट, सैनिटेशन, एयर क्वालिटी। अब सवाल ये है कि देखिए, आज एक छोटा सा मैं उदाहरण देता हूँ। यस्टरडे आई सॉ इन द न्यूज़ दैट मूड़ा रिवर में जो पीएमसी के बिल्कुल पास में है, 200-250 मीटर ही दूर है, हम लोग सोच रहे थे कि कैसे उस स्ट्रेच को अच्छा बनाएं, साफ सुथरा रखें। सर कल ही वहां पे किसी ने वहां 10 लाख रुपया फाइन किया उनको। उसके बाद हमने पूरे प्रेमाइस को सील कर दिया, और चौथा पनिशमेंट है कि हमने उन पे एफआईआर किया है, गुनाह दाखिल किया है बहुत सारे सेक्शंस लगाकर। तो कुछ लोगों ने बोला कि भाई इतना छोटा गलती के लिए इतना बड़ा पनिशमेंट। मैंने बोला कि ये छोटी गलती नहीं है, एक प्राकृतिक नदी में अगर कोई डेबरी डाल रहा है तो क्या सर बताइए छोटी गलती है क्या? अब सवाल यह है कि यहां पे एग्जैक्टली हम किसको जवाब, हम तो कौन रिस्पॉन्सिबल है? तो मैंने माना कि इसमें भी हमारे लोग रिस्पॉन्सिबल है और जो डाला है वो भी रिस्पॉन्सिबल है। बिकॉज हमारे लोगों की गलती ये है कि भाई अब उनको तो पनिशमेंट मिलने का कारण है, वो उस पर भी मैं आता हूँ। हमारे लोगों की गलती है कि हमारे लोगों की गलती है कि हमारा जो सीएनडी वेस्ट प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट है वो बागोली में है, काफ़ी दूर है। तो अगर कोई व्यक्ति अगर 30 किलोमीटर है तो थोड़ा सा लगता है कि अरे क्यों जाऊँ, बट वो उतना डेडिकेटेड नहीं है, वो उतना भारत माँ से उसको प्यार नहीं है जितना आपको और हमको शायद होगा। तो उसको लगता है कहीं ना कहीं इसको निपटा दो। अगर उसके पास CND वेस्ट अगर होता प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट तो शायद वहाँ पे वो जाता। तो वो प्रशासन की गलती है कि हमारे पास शहर में चारों जगह पे हर कोने में CND प्रोसेसिंग प्लांट होना ही चाहिए ताकि हर आदमी जाके डाल सके। लेकिन वाघोली में है और काफ़ी बड़ा है, अगर मान लो कि उसके पास में नहीं है तो भी कम से कम प्रशासन से वो पूछ सकता है, बिकॉज जो आदमी SRA का प्रकल्प कर रहा है वो डेफिनेटली एक कॉम्पिटेंट आदमी है और थोड़ा सा पैसा लगेगा। तो ही शुड हैव आस्क्ड कि इसको क्या करें, तो हम बताते कि आप CND वेस्ट वहाँ दीजिए, जो भी होगा आपका कॉस्ट भी हम शेयर कर लेंगे। नाउ वी हैव मेड अ SOP। अब सवाल ये है कि हमारे यहाँ ये दोनों तरफ से गलती हो रही है, तो कहीं ना कहीं से शुरुआत करनी होगी। मोड़ा मुठा देखिए, हम रिवर फ्रंट डेवलपमेंट पे हम काम कर रहे हैं। आप यकीन माने रिवर फ्रंट डेवलपमेंट को कुछ लोग पसंद कर रहे हैं, कुछ लोग नापसंद कर रहे हैं। उसका कारण ये है कि पुणे में 2 तरह का ग्रुप है। मैंने बोला था गणेश आज सुबह में, एक ऐसा ग्रुप है दोज हु बिलीव इन सस्टेनेबिलिटी, उनको सिर्फ दे ओनली बिलीव इन सस्टेनेबिलिटी। अनदर ग्रुप इज हु बिलीव्स ओनली इन डेवलपमेंट। तो देयर इज अ ग्रुप हु लीड एंड हु टॉक अबाउट सस्टेनेबिलिटी, ये सब बेकार हो रहा है, हम सब कुछ आप काटे जा रहे हो, प्रकृति का विनाश कर रहे हो, पूरा रोते हैं और हमको भी रुलाते हैं। दूसरा एक ग्रुप है जो सिर्फ पूरा विकास काम करेगा, उसको अपना काम से मतलब है, पेड़ कटे या इंसान कटे कोई मतलब नहीं है, मेरा काम होना चाहिए। अब ये सस्टेनेबिलिटी वाला जो ग्रुप इधर बैठा हुआ है और विकास का ग्रुप इधर बैठा है, ये दोनों आपस में कभी बात नहीं करते हैं। तो ये जो जरूरत है कि इनके बीच में भी कुछ डायलॉग्स होने की जरूरत है। सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट में एक्चुअली लोग बिलीव ही नहीं कर रहे हैं, बस 2 तरह का खेमा बन गया है, सस्टेनेबिलिटी वाला एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट पर्यावरणविद, और दूसरा है कि भाई जो हमको एकदम डेवलपमेंट ही कर रहे हैं। सो हमें बहुत ज़रूरत है कि सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है हम लोगों में कैसे डालें, बिकॉज पुणे जैसे शहर में अगर ऐसा नहीं होगा तो फिर कहाँ होगा। सो बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस हैं। मैं बेसिकली बहुत ज़्यादा बोलूँगा तो शायद बहुत वक्त हो जाएगा, बाकी स्पीकर्स भी हैं, क्योंकि मैंने आकाश जी को बोला था कि मुझे स्टेज पर मत लाना, बिकॉज आई एम वेरी इमोशनल। इफ आई कैच अ टॉपिक आई नेवर लीव इट अप टू द बिलीव दैट कि थोड़ा बहुत कुछ बोल पाया हूँ। तो ये ऐसे भावनात्मक विषय हैं, इसमें बहुत बोलने की इच्छा होती है, बट लेकिन मैं यहीं पे करूँगा कट शॉर्ट। आपने एक पूछा था, इन्होंने पंकज जी ने पूछा था कि पुणे के बारे में आप बताइएगा, तो वो मैं अलग से हम जरूर आपसे बात करेंगे। पुणे का विजन सिर्फ यही है कि मैं सिर्फ नटसेल में आपको बताना चाह रहा हूँ कि एक अब 2 मिनट ओनली, एक काफ़ी बड़े बड़े काम होते हैं कि पुणे मेट्रो बन रहा है, SCMTR बन रहा है, टनल बनेगा, सब कुछ बनेगा, और शायद नहीं है या फिर आपके पास बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स नहीं है। जनता इसलिए सफ़र कर रही है कि हमारा डे टू डे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बहुत ही इनइफेक्टिव है। जैसे हमारा जो ड्रेनेज चोक्ड है, पता चला कि ड्रेनेज का पानी और ड्रिंकिंग वाटर मिक्स हो गया। उसके बाद पता चला कि फुटपाथ, तो पुणे के फुटपाथ की हालत तो आपने देखी ली होगी, इंक्रोचमेंट हर जगह पे है। उसके अलावा सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत है कि रास्ते पे पॉट होल्स या कहीं पे बिलिंग। ये सब मैंने सिर्फ ये संकल्प लिया है कि 2026 तक हमारे रास्तों के सारे चैम्बर्स दुरुस्त होंगे, जो कि सबसे बड़ी समस्या है। स्टॉर्म वाटर चैम्बर्स, ड्रेनेज चैम्बर्स विल बी 100% करेक्टेड बाय दिसंबर 2026। हमारे पास 1,40,000 चैम्बर्स है, इसमें 40,000 हमको दुरुस्त करना है। इसके अलावा हमारे पास जो अभी हम शिवाजी नगर से एक प्रोजेक्ट शुरू कर रहे हैं कि एंटायर शिवाजी नगर विल हैव लाइक यूरोपियन लेवल फुटपाथ, पेडेस्ट्रियन फर्स्ट पॉलिसी के हिसाब से उसको हम एक पायलट कर रहे हैं, और इट विल बी स्केल्ड अप टू द एंटायर सिटी। सो फुटपाथ को सुंदर करना, उसको एनक्रोचमेंट फ्री करना, और साथ में उसको सुंदरता भी देना, ये 3 चीज़ें, ताकि पुणे शुड बी नोन फॉर द सिटी ऑफ पेडेस्ट्रियंस। और तीसरा जो हमारा एक महत्वपूर्ण काम है कि भले ही रास्तों की कमी है, बट हमारे पास 32 रोड्स ऐसे हैं जहाँ पे 80% ट्रैफिक है। उन 32 रोड्स को 100% डीकंजस्ट करना। बहुत छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हैं। हमारे पास जो MSCB के पोल्स आप देखते हैं, पोल्स तो बन गया, उसके बाद में रास्ते का वाइडनिंग हुआ, पोल बीच में ही रह गया, लेकिन जो वाइडन तो हो गया उसका फ़ायदा नहीं हुआ। तो हमने पहली बार महापालिका में 34 करोड़ का बजट रखा है ताकि उस पोल को हम शिफ्ट कर सकें। ऑल स्मॉल इंटरवेंशंस। MSCB ये 10 साल से PMC कह रहा है लेकिन नहीं किया, तो PMC विल ब्लेम MSCDCL, MSCDCL विल ब्लेम PMC। तो भूमिका में आने के लिए कोई तैयार नहीं है। नो वन इज कमिंग अहेड। तो मैं ये मान के चलता हूँ कि आज पुणे की आधी जो समस्याएं हैं, डे टू डे एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जो है, उसको अगर हम प्रभावी कर दें, हम लोगों को एक्टिवेट कर दें, छोटे मोटे बॉटल नेक्स या जो समस्याओं को अगर हम समझ लें, तो मुझे लगता है कि शहर बिल्कुल बदलेगा। और AQI भी उसी से रिलेटेड है। जो आज हमारा जो कंस्ट्रक्शन साइट है उस पर प्रॉपर फॉलोअप हो, मोटर व्हीकल्स का जो स्क्रैपिंग पॉलिसी है उसको हम इम्प्लीमेंट करें, पुरानी गाड़ियों को हम रद्द करें, पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट को हम अच्छे से करें। ये बहुत, तो मैं आकाश जी से यही निवेदन करूंगा कि जैसा कि पंकज जी ने बोला कि ये बहुत अच्छी शुरुआत हुई है, बट इसको सिर्फ अभी मान के चले कि आज हमने स्टार्ट किया है। और मैं चाहता हूं कि PMC के साथ जो भी मुहिम होगा उसमें आप जुड़ें, रिवर महोत्सव हो, चाहे आगे का जो भी कार्यक्रम हो, इन्वायरमेंट प्रोटेक्शन के लिए जो भी काम हो, और पूना मिरर एक इसमें लीड ले और बाकी लोग आपका साथ दे, या फिर PMC लीड ले और हमारा साथ, एक ही बात। तो हम ऐसा कुछ करके आगे हम बढ़ते हैं और इसको एक अंतिम निष्कर्ष तक पहुंचाते हैं। मुझे लगता है कि अवेयर सिटीजन और एक्टिव एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, इससे खतरनाक कॉम्बिनेशन कहीं नहीं है। अगर ये हो गया तो सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा, और मुझे लगता है कि पुणे इज़ द बेस्ट फॉर इट। थैंक यू सो मच।
Ladies and gentlemen, Shri Naval Kishore Ram, एक बार जोरदार तालियां होनी चाहिए. It just goes on to tell how passionate he is about our city. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to call on stage everybody's favorite. Our next person who's going to join us on stage is somebody who's built a remarkable identity for himself in Indian cinema, of course. He's known for his powerful screen presence, versatile performances across multiple languages, but beyond those arc lights and applause and bigger screen, he chose a larger calling. Through his foundation and relentless on-ground efforts, he has dedicated himself to restoring green cover, protecting native biodiversity, and reviving the ecological soul. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call on stage founder Sahyadri Devarai Foundation and our favorite actor, Mr. Sayaji Shinde. Can we hear it louder for him? I would also like to call Ms. Archana More and Mr. Akash Rajpurohit on stage to thank Sir on our behalf. With Mr. Shinde, whose work reminds us that environmentalism is not activism alone, it is responsibility. And we'll now be joined by Ms. Monica Yenpure, who will guide this dialogue into the heart of what drives him, the transition from a known celebrity to conservationist, from awareness to action. A huge round of applause for both of them, please.
नमस्कार. खरं तर काही माणसं आपल्या अभिनयामुळे पडदा व्यापून टाकतात, तर काही आपल्या विचारांनी समाज व्यापून टाकतात. आज आपल्यासोबत असं एक व्यक्तिमत्व आहे ज्यांनी आपल्या अभिनयाच्या जोरावर 7 समुद्रापार मराठी झेंडा फडकवला आणि महाराष्ट्राच्या मातीत लाखो वृक्ष लावून सह्याद्रीचा देवदूत म्हणून स्वतःची ओळख करून घेतली. आज आपल्यासोबत सयाजी शिंदे आहेत आणि आपण त्यांच्याशीच गप्पा मारणार आहोत. सर नमस्ते. पहिले तर आपण बघितलं की तुमचा आवाज आणि तुमचा हे अभिनयाचा दबदबा जो आहे, तर त्याच्यामुळे तुमची मुलाखत घेताना मला पण थोडं हे होतं. तर हे सगळं असताना तुमची एक वेगळी ओळखसुद्धा निर्माण झालेली आहे, तर ती म्हणजे एक वृक्षमित्र म्हणून. तर त्याबद्दल काय सांगाल?
आवश्यकतेपेक्षा जास्त कौतुकच चाललं आहे सगळं महाराष्ट्रात सध्या. देवदूत काय आहे झाडासाठी, हे काय ते काय, हे अगदी काय होतं की आपली जबाबदारी झटकायची असेल तर दुसऱ्याचं कौतुक करायचं आणि तुमचं चांगलं काम आहे, आपण काय करायचं नाही. हे एक मनुष्य जातीचा आपला एक स्वभाव आहे. त्यामुळं माझं कौतुक करायची काही गरज नाही. मला एवढंच वाटतं की मी आईच्या पोटातून जन्म घेतल्यानंतर जन्माला आल्यापासून ऑक्सिजन घेतो आहे, जन्माला आल्यापासून अन्न खातो आहे. आणि जगात ग्रेट तेवढंच करतात लोक, बाकी काही करत नाहीत. येतात, अन्न पाणी खातात, झोपतात, जगतात. तर त्या गोष्टी फक्त झाडामुळे मिळतात. त्यामुळं आपल्या आईनंतर झाडाचं ग्रेट आहे, एवढी गोष्ट खरी असते असं मी मानतो. त्यामुळे मी माझ्यापासून सुरुवात केली की मला जेव्हा कळलं की हे खरं आहे, तेव्हा मी ठरवलं की आपण शर्म म्हटली पाहिजे मला स्वतःला की यार मी इतके दिवस ऑक्सिजन घेतो आहे, इतके दिवस अन्न खातो आहे आणि माझ्यासमोर झाडं जी माझ्या लहानपणी होती ती सगळी तुटलीत आणि ती आता नाही आहेत, तर मला करायला पाहिजे त्याच्यासाठी काम. त्यामुळे मी माझ्या त्या गावापासून सुरू केलं आणि मला पटलं तसंच करतो आहे. बाकी काय ग्रेट करतो आहे आणि अगदी लगेच म्हणजे देवदूत वगैरे एवढं काय नाही.
पण सर आपण बघितलं तर निसर्गाबद्दल सगळ्यांना चिंता वाटते, पण प्रत्यक्षात उतरून काम करणं हा मोठा फरक असतो. तर असा कोणता टर्निंग पॉईंट होता की जेव्हापासून तुम्हाला वाटलं की आता प्रत्यक्षात उतरायचं आणि यामध्ये काम करायचं आणि पुढे जायचं?
मी आधी पण सांगितला हा किस्सा. आम्ही तर नवले ब्रिजला बसलो होतो 4-5 मित्र, तिथं म्हणे एक भेळ चांगली मिळते. तर माझ्यावर जे 4-5 मित्र होते आणि ते सांगत होते की माझी इथं 400 कोटीची इकडं, 500 कोटीची इकडं. मला वाटलं ही जो रोग आहे ना, माझी प्रॉपर्टी, माझे पैसे आणि माझे बंगले, हा रोगातनं बाहेर पडत नाही आपण. त्यांना कळत नाही की हे आपण घेऊनच जाणार नाही आहे. आपली एवढी जी प्रॉपर्टी आहे तेवढीच खरी प्रॉपर्टी आहे आणि ती खरी प्रॉपर्टी. त्याच्या नादात मी सहज गमतीनं म्हटलं की अरे हे काय बरोबर घेऊन जाणार आहे का आपण? त्यापेक्षा चला दुष्काळ पडला एवढा मोठा, आपण एक गाव चांगलं करू. आपण जर बरोबर झालो आहे काहीतरी चांगलं करण्यासाठी. तर आम्ही कलेक्टरनं फोन केला, सातारचे कलेक्टर होते अश्विन मुदगल. त्यांना म्हटलं इथलं एखादं गाव असेल तर सांगा जिथं आम्हाला जाऊन काम करायचं आहे. तर आम्ही तिकडं पोचता सकाळी 10ची मीटिंग, 12 वाजले पुण्यावरनं सगळे जमून पोचायला. तर मीटिंग अशी उन्हात लावली होती. सगळी माणसं 3-4 गावाची माणसं बसली होती आणि ज्याची 500 कोटी, एकाची 1000 कोटीची प्रॉपर्टी होती त्यांना उन्हात सहन होईना, बसता येणार आणि काय बोलता येणार. म्हटलं आता कुठं चाललं, काय चाललं, काय तर सावली नाही आहे. त्यांना विचारलं इथल्या गावातली सावली कुठे गेली? तर आमच्या गावातलं पूर्वी इथं जंगल होतं पण हे तोडलं आहे. बापरे. तर मी गमतीनं म्हणतो गौतम बुद्धाला झाडाखाली प्रचिती आली, आम्हाला झाड नव्हतं म्हणूनच प्रचिती आली. आमच्या आयुष्यात झाडच नाही आहे. तर इतकी झाडच तुटली. तर मी म्हटलं गावातल्या लोकांना की आम्हाला काय पैसे वर आलेत किंवा मस्ती आली म्हणून आम्ही आलो नाही, आपण सगळ्यांनी मिळून आपलं गाव सुधारूया. तर तुम्ही प्रत्येकी 5 झाडं लावूया का? तर आपण या गावात आम्ही मदत करू का, काम करू. मग आम्ही त्यांना मशीन उपलब्ध करून दिली. मग आम्हाला कळलं की 8 दिवसाचं काम होतं, तिथं महिनाभर लोकांनी मशीन वापरली. मग गावातल्या लोकांना वाटायला लागलं की ह्यांना कुठून तर अमेरिकेवरनं पैसे आलेत आणि आपल्या गावाला काही मदत करत नाहीत. तर मनुष्य जातीचा स्वभाव सारखा असा असतो की कोणतरी सहज फुकट चांगलं करत असले तरीसुद्धा त्यांना डाऊट येतो आहे. पण हे सगळं माझे आपलेच भाऊबंद आहेत ना, सगळे भ्रष्टाचार करणारे, खोटं बोलणारे. म्हणजे आता सगळे कॉर्पोरेटरचा अभ्यास केला तर अर्ध्यांच्या बिल्डिंगच्या अनधिकृत बांधकामं चालली आहेत. म्हणजे जे आता उभे होते त्यांचे बरेच निवडणुकीत प्रचाराला जाताना बऱ्याच जणांचं मला कळायचं की याच्या 4 साईट्स आहेत आणि त्या पण अनधिकृत आहेत, तर नंतर हे अधिकृत करून घेणार आहेत वगैरे. आपल्या डोळ्यासमोर हे अशी माणसं भेटत असतात, वागत असतात आणि यांना घेऊन पुढे जायचं असतं. तर अशा रीतीनं त्या गावाची सुरुवात केली. माझ्या गावात 2000नी सुरुवात केली झाडांनी, मग इतर गावात, आणि मग अतिशय साधी, अतिशय कम्पॅरेटिव्हली जे स्वतःला श्रीमंत मानतात आणि कम्पॅरेटिव्हली जे स्वतःला गरीब मानतात त्यातली जी साधी माणसं होती ना, त्यांनी महाराष्ट्रात मला जास्त मदत केली आणि त्यांच्यामुळं आत्तापर्यंत 30-40 ठिकाणी काम करायला गेलो. ह्याचं कारण जेव्हा नवल किशोर सर होते ना तेव्हा मी 1.5 लाख झाडांनी सुरुवात केली होती, विथ गव्हर्नमेंटच्या, विथ गावच्या लोकांकडून, विथ असं करतो. पण हे सगळीकडे तसं घडतं नाही. तिथं जसं लाखभर झाडं लावू शकलो, पण बाकीच्या ठिकाणी 20,000, 15,000, 40,000, 50,000 असं झाडाचा प्रकार गेला. कारण तिथला कोणतरी इन्स्पेक्टर, तिथला कोणतरी मोबाईल शॉपी विकणारा पोरगा असा शिवराम घोडके तिकडचा आहे, अशी पोरं गोळा करत 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 आम्ही चाललो आहे. पण हे अशी चांगली माणसं, चांगली आपल्या आवडीची लायकिंगची असं काम करणाऱ्या लोकांना घेऊन पुढे जातोय, असं ते काम चालू आहे.
तुम्ही खरं तर याच्यावर खूप काम करता. तुम्ही एक पुस्तकसुद्धा लिहिलं आहे सह्याद्री देवराई नावाचं. तर या पुस्तकामध्ये सुद्धा वृक्ष चळवळीबद्दल मोठ्या प्रमाणात तुम्ही लिहिलं आहे. तर त्या मागची प्रेरणा काय होती?
नाही, ती मी एका रात्री अचानक लिहिलं की मनुष्य जातीनं झाडं तोडली आणि घरं बांधली. आता घरं तोडून झाडं लावायला लागतील, नाहीतर ते जगणार नाहीत. अशा पद्धतीचं ते एकदा लिहून झालं होतं. पण आपण जर बाबतीत पुण्याबद्दलच जर विचार केला तर वाईट गोष्टी पुण्यात काय चालल्यात त्यापेक्षा चांगल्या गोष्टी काही सुरू करायच्या असतील तर मला वाटतं की प्रत्येक विद्यार्थ्याला एक बी, सगळ्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी पुण्यातल्या एक बी आणायचं आणि दरवर्षी एक रोप तयार करायचं आणि ते शाळेला द्यायचं. आमच्या सह्याद्री देवराईला द्या किंवा फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटला द्या किंवा पुण्यातल्या प्रत्येक माणसानं वाटतं ना, शहाणी माणसं बोलतात जास्त, करत काहीच नाहीत. एज्युकेटेड श्रीमंत खूप बोलतात आणि खूप दुसरं, म्हणजे आपल्या इथं आपण एकमेकाला ज्ञानच शिकवतोय. बहुतेकांना बहुतेक सगळंच माहिती आहे, काय नाही माहिती असं अजिबात मला वाटत नाही इथं की पर्यावरणाबद्दल कोणाला माहिती नाही. आपण एकमेकाला सारखं सांगत असतो आणि उपदेश करत असतो. उपदेश करणं हा एक आपला एक रोग आहे आपल्या देशाचा. तर आपण ठरवलं पाहिजे, तुम्ही मला वाटतं नवल किशोर सर, तुम्ही एक प्रत्येक विद्यार्थ्यांना एक बी शाळेत दरवर्षी आणायचं, दरवर्षी एक रोप बनवायचं. मग त्याचं काय करायचं ते शाळेनं ठरवायचं. शाळेत जागा असेल तर शाळेत लावूया, फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटला देऊया, उद्यान विभागाला देऊया. आता नीट बघितलं तर उद्यान विभाग हा इतका गोंधळाचा कारभार आहे. सगळ्याकडे मी जिथं जिथं अभ्यास केला उद्यान विभागाचं काय काम चालतं आणि नर्सरीज कशा नाहीत आणि नर्सरीज कशा बंद केल्यात आणि ते कसं बाहेरनं झाडं आणतात आणि ती कागदोपत्री कशी असतात. तर आपणच आपल्याला फसवलेलं आहे ना, आपण दुसऱ्याला फसवतच नाही ना, आपण आपल्यालाच फसवतोय. फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटचं आता तेच झाले, आता फंडिंगच नाही आहे, त्यामुळे रूपच बनणार नाहीत, त्यामुळे रूप लागणारच नाहीत. बातम्या तर खूप येतील 10 कोटी 20 कोटी 40 कोटी अशा, पण प्रॅक्टिकली आता फंड्स नाहीत. म्हणजे मी समजा काल साताऱ्यात होतो, मला कळलं यावर्षी रोपच बनणार नाही आहेत. तर तसं पुणेकरांनी ठरवलं की प्रत्येकाने दरवर्षी एक रोप बनवूया ना, एक घरात रोप आणूया, एक रोप बनवूया आणि फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटला देऊया. तुमच्याकडे फंड्स कमी आहेत, तुमच्याकडे काय प्रॉब्लेम्स आहेत, म्हणजे पुढाऱ्यांचे किंवा मंत्र्यांचे किंवा यांचे फंड्स हा मोठा प्रॉब्लेम असतो त्यांचा, त्यांना सुधारणा करता येत नाही, कारण त्याचा मूळ हेतू असतो फंड्स. आणि तर त्या दृष्टीने विचार केला तर समजा फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटसाठी आपण पुणेकरांनी प्रत्येकाने ठरलं की झाड एक बनवायचं, एक रोप बनवायचं, द्यायचं, तर तो मार्ग जास्त होईल, तो प्रॅक्टिकली होईल. आणि मग त्या रोपांचं काय करता येईल, मोकळ्या जागा कशा भरता येईल आणि पुढे कसं जाता येईल असं मला वाटतं.
सर, इतकं सगळं याच्यामध्ये या पुस्तकामध्ये लिहिलेलं आहे वृक्षांबद्दल वगैरे. जर एखाद्या वाचकानं हे पुस्तक घेतलं, वाचलं आणि जेव्हा हे वाचून पुस्तक संपवेल, बाजूला ठेवेल, तर त्याच्या मनात काय नेमकं वेगळं तयार होईल या पर्यावरणाबद्दल, वृक्षांबद्दल, आणि तो नेमका काय करेल, म्हणजे काय काय वाटतं?
ज्ञानाचा प्रॉब्लेमच नाही आहे, ज्ञान भयंकर झालं आहे, उतू चाललं आहे ज्ञान. प्रॅक्टिकली कोणी करत नाही. प्रॅक्टिकली प्रत्येकानं ठरवलं पाहिजे ना की पर्यावरणाचं इतकं बोलतोय तर माझ्या वया इतकी झाडं मी लावली पाहिजे. तू लावलीस तुझ्या वया इतकी झाडं? तू लावलीस का तुझ्या वया इतकी झाडं?
खूप.
तर हिच्यासाठी टाळ्या वाजवा. प्रत्येकानं आपल्या वया इतकी झाडं लावली तर कशाला पर्यावरणाचा प्रॉब्लेम होईल ना, हे की नाही? तर तसं त्यामुळं पुस्तकं वाचून माणूस घडतो. मी घडलोय, मला पुस्तकाने खूप मदत केली. पण पुस्तक वाचण्यापेक्षा आत्ता एका पॉईंट नंतर प्रॅक्टिकलीवर उतरलं पाहिजे, प्रॅक्टिकल काम करण्यावर उतरलं पाहिजे.
तुम्ही तुमच्या पुस्तकामध्ये देवराईचा उल्लेख केलेला आहे, प्राचीन काळापासून देवराईचा उल्लेख आहे, मात्र त्याच्याबद्दल अगदी थोडक्यामध्ये सांगता येईल का, म्हणजे देवराई नेमकं काय?
छत्रपती शिवाजी महाराजांच्या काळापासून जर अभ्यास केला का, मी पण माझा काही फार अभ्यास नाही, पण 350-400 देवराया समजा महाराष्ट्रात होत्या. त्याच्यामध्ये जी देवराई, देवाची राई म्हणजे वन, देवराई देवाची झाडं, आणि ती सगळी प्रकारची झाडं तिथं असायची आणि त्याला कोणी हात लावायचा नाही. आणि त्याचं जर झाड कोणाला लागणार असेल तर ते पुजारी असेल किंवा गावातला मुख्य असेल त्याच्या परवानगीने तोडायचा आणि उपयोग करायचा. तर ही पद्धत घेऊन, कारण कसं 2016च्या आधी जेव्हा आम्ही भांडण केलं होतं गव्हर्नमेंटचे, तेव्हा 1,37,00,000 फक्त गुलमोहरच होती रोपं तयार, मग रेड ट्रीज होती अशी वाढणारी. आणि अधिकारी प्रोटोकॉल जास्त सांभाळतात, त्यांना नोकरी करायची असते, त्यांचं घरदार असतं आणि वरच्यांनी जर चुकीचं सांगितलं तर खालचा पण अगदी आनंदानं चुकीचं करतो. त्यामुळे गेले 50-60 वर्ष आपल्याकडे चुकीचीच रोपं तयार होत होती. त्याच्यावरती आपण एकदा भांडण केलं खूप मुनगुट्टी वारा असताना, आणि तेव्हा मला रिपोर्ट कळला की मला पत्र आलं होतं दिल्लीवरनं की 1,37,00,000 इतके 38,000 फक्त गुलबर्गाची रोपं तयार केली होती. म्हणजे हे सगळे अधिकारी चुकीचे होते का? हे फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट चुकीचं होतं का? अशी का रोपं बनवत होती? तर दाखवण्यासाठी. तर तसं नाही झालं पाहिजे ना. तर तसं मला असं वाटलं की देवराय ह्या कन्सेप्टमधनं हे कळालं की तिथं जगात कुठलंच वाईट झाड नाही ना. गुलमोहर काय वाईट थोडी आहे, पण एकच असला पाहिजे ना. लाखो करोड कशाला ना, मॉनोटनी असली नाही पाहिजे ना. सगळ्या झाडांचा सगळा नेमका ग्लेरिसिटी असलं तरी त्याचा नेमका वापर शेतकऱ्याने एक झाड लावलं तर त्याचा फायदा आहे ना. पण त्याची जर मॉनोटनी केली खूप झाली तर मग तो त्रासदायक आहे ना एकमेकाला. तसं देवराईमध्ये सगळ्या प्रकारची गवतं, वेली, झुडपं, फळाची झाडं, ज्याचा काय माणसाला उपयोग नसला की माणसाला वाटतं हे फालतू झाड आहे. तसं नाही, ते निसर्गाच्या दृष्टीने ते महत्त्वाचं झाड आहे. गोड आंबा पण असतो, कडू आंबा पण असतो, ते तुरट आंबा पण असतो, तर निसर्गाचा भागच आहे ना. तसं देवराईत ते सगळं असतं आणि अशा देवराया उभ्या व्हाव्यात अशी आमची इच्छा आहे. तर आम्ही किमान 70-80 प्रजाती ते 650 प्रजाती इतक्या देवरायात आम्ही पोचलो आहोत. जो करून महाराष्ट्राच्या फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटमध्ये तुम्हाला 20-25 प्रकारचीच रोपं बघायला मिळतात. हे आपलं दुर्दैव असतं ना. म्हणजे ही पण आपलीच माणसं आहेत ना, फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटला काम करणारी, निसर्ग तिथं घेणारे. हे कोण माझे वैरी थोडी आहेत, आपलीच भाऊबंद आहेत, आपलीच माणसं आहेत ना, आपल्याच बाजूची माणसं आहेत. पण हे का पद्धतीनं फंड्स नीट वापरत नाहीत आणि का ते जास्तीत जास्त रोपं तयार करत नाहीत आणि का बिया गोळा करत नाहीत, तर त्यांना दोष देण्यापेक्षा आपण यावर्षी जास्त बिया गोळा करूया, आपण जास्त रोपं बनवूया आणि आपण जास्त पुढे जाऊया, असं आपल्यापासून सुरुवात करावी.
आजकाल अनेक जण वृक्षारोपण करतात, पण तुमचं वृक्षारोपणाचं मॉडेल किंवा जी तुमची सह्याद्री देवराई ही संकल्पना आहे, तर ती कशी वेगळी आहे आणि कशी अधिक शाश्वत आहे?
झाडाचे गुण घेऊ, झाडाचे गुण गावू. झाड म्हणत नाही मी ह्यांचा आहे, त्यांचा आहे, त्यांचा आहे, त्यांचा आहे. झाड रोगी माणसाला पण तेवढंच फळ गोड देतं आणि लय करोडपती असेल त्याला पण तेवढीच गोड देतं. त्याच्यात काय तो मागे पुढे बघत नाही. त्यामुळे झाडाचे गुण घेऊ, झाडाचे गुण गावू असं मी ब्रीद वाक्य काढले. फॉरेस्टची जागा असो, कोणाचे गव्हर्नमेंटचे म्हणजे शासनाचे असो, शाळेचे असो, देवळाचे असो, तुझी असो, माझे असो, कोणाचे पण झाडं लावायची आणि तिथं ती पुढं कायमची कोणीही त्याला हात लावणार नाही अशी ठिकाणीच लावायची. जिथं पाण्याची सोय आहे अशा पद्धतीनेच लावायची. कारण वाघिणीच्या पिल्लाला जर तिनं शिकार करायला शिकवलं नाही तर आयुष्यभर त्याला लेपर्डचं बघितलं ना, ती जे पिल्लं आणली ना तर त्यांना शिकार करता येतं, आयुष्यभर त्यांना फुकट खायला घालायला लागतं. तसं झाडांच्या मुळांना सुद्धा त्यांना पाणी घ्यायला पाणीच कुठे नसेल तर त्यांना वरूनच द्यावं लागतं, मग ते आयुष्यभर द्यावं लागतं. तसं जिथं जरा पाणी चांगलं आहे आणि संरक्षण करणारी व्यवस्था आहे अशा ठिकाणीच झाडं लावायचा विचार करतो आणि त्यामुळं थोडी लावली तरी चालतील पण अशी लावायचा विचार करतो.
पुण्यासारख्या शहरामध्ये आपण बघितलं तर विकासाच्या नावाखाली सुद्धा अनेकदा वृक्षतोड झालेली आहे, पण दुसरीकडे शहराचा विकास सुद्धा तितकाच महत्त्वाचा आहे. तर मग विकास आणि पर्यावरणाचं संवर्धन हे समतोल आपण कसा साधू शकतो?
दोघं खोटं बोलतात ना, हा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. उद्यान विभाग असेल, आयुक्त असेल, कोणी असेल, कधी असेल, अतिक्रमण असेल, फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट असेल, ह्या डिपार्टमेंटच्या एकमेकाशी काढलं ना की नदीचे प्रॉब्लेम असतील, कचऱ्याचे प्रॉब्लेम असतील, मग एका पॉईंटला उदासीनता, एका पॉईंटला डिसिजन घेण्यावरती वेळ जातो आणि ते प्रकरण इतकं वाढत जातं की माझ्या मते आता शहरं सुधारणं नाही. आता शहरांना कळत नाही ते दरिद्री आहेत आणि गावांना कळत नाही ते श्रीमंत आहेत. तर गावामध्ये जेवढी हवा चांगली आहे, जेवढं अन्न चांगलं आहे, जेवढं जे काय अन्न पाणी हवा जे काय चांगलं आहे त्यांच्याकडं ती खूप किमतीचं आहे आणि इकडं जे काय आहे पैसे जास्त आहेत पण ते किमतीचं अन्न पाणी नाही आहे. याचा बॅलन्स कसा होणार हे माझ्या त्या विचाराच्या पलीकडचा भाग आहे. अजून मला त्याच्याबद्दल काही सुचत नाही.
उद्यापासूनच जर पुणेकरांसाठी काही सांगायचं असेल, पुणेकरांना जर एखादं महत्त्वाचं पाऊल उचलायचं असेल पर्यावरणासाठी, तर त्यांना तुम्ही एक काय महत्त्वाचा सल्ला द्याल किंवा काय आवाहन कराल?
काय स्वतःपासून सुरुवात करायची. मला बाबा मी पुण्यात एका नदीच्या कार्यक्रमाला बोलवलं होतं तर मला इतकं वाईट वाटलं त्या नदीतला कचरा बघून आणि मला सुचलं की आमच्या सगळ्यांचा उडाला आहे सेन्सर आणि माझ्या नदीला झाला आहे कॅन्सर. तर नद्या इतक्या चांगल्या उगल्यात, फक्त शहरामध्ये खराब झाल्या आहेत, कारण शहरात हुशार श्रीमंत माणसं राहतात. त्यामुळे प्रत्येक शहरात ज्या नद्याचे नाले झालेत ते केवळ शहरातच झालेत. आता ह्यात काय शिकवायचं आपण इतक्या हुशार माणसांना, इतक्या श्रीमंत माणसांना, ज्यांच्याकडं गाड्या प्रचंड आहेत, गाड्यातनं कचरा काढतात आणि असा बाहेर टाकतात. असं तुम्ही बघितलं असेल, कुठेही तुला चित्र दिसतं, पुण्याच्या आजूबाजूला फिरताना तुम्हाला केवढा कचरा दिसतो. ह्या लोकांना आपण काय सांगणार ना, अशा लोकांना शिकवण्या एवढं अजून माझ्याकडं ज्ञान नाही आहे.
खरं तर प्रत्येकालाच पर्यावरणाबद्दल हे आहे आपुलकी वाटते, पण सुरुवात कशी करायची? जर एखाद्याला काहीतरी सुरुवात करायची असेल तर ती ते कशी करू शकतात?
ही दरवर्षी रोप बनवा, लावा, डोक्यात झाड लावा, म्हणजे ते बाहेर लागेल. झाड सगळ्यासाठी उपयोगाचं आहे. आणि खरं तर ना, मला हे काही सांगायला आवडत नाही आहे, मला काय शिकवायचं नाही आहे, मला माझं कळलं आहे नक्की काय करायचं. जिथं जिथं मोकळ्या जागा आहेत त्या भरायच्यात, जिथं जिथं देवराई बनेल तिथं तिथं करायची आणि शांत राहायचं आहे. कोणाला शिकवायच्या भानगडीत पडूया नको, आपलं आपण काम करत जाऊया. आणि पुढे जेवढं आता मला 10 वर्षांनी जे समाधान मिळतं, जी झाडं लावली ती एवढी मंडपासारखी मोठी झाली, असं वाटतं की तेच काम चालू राहावं, उगाच कोणाला शिकवण्याच्या भानगडीत पडूया नको.
एखादं झाड लावलं तर म्हणजे प्रत्येक जणाची अशी इच्छा असते, पण त्याचं संगोपन ते पुढे करू शकत नाही. तर त्यांना काय सांगाल, संगोपन झाड लावून त्याचं संगोपन कसं करायचं?
त्यांनी संगोपन, जागा चांगली असली, पाणी चांगले असले की संगोपन करायला काही लागत नाही. झाड आपण स्वतः वाढतं. तुमचे मुलांना संगोपन करायला लागतं, खूप झाडांना नाही करायला लागत. मला एक वाटतं की गव्हर्नमेंटच्या लेवलवरती, पुण्याच्या लेवलवरती तुम्हाला करता आलं तर वृक्षप्रसाद योजना ही चालू करावी. पुण्यातल्या मी दगडूशेठ हलवाई गणपती 2-2.5 वर्ष नेऊन झाडं दिली. त्यांना सांगितलं की जेवढे लोक अभिषेक करतात त्यांना फक्त एक रोप द्या आणि अर्धा तास पूजा चालते, त्यात म्हणा की हा सिद्धिविनायकचा दगडूशेठ गणपतीचा प्रसाद आहे, एवढं झाड तुम्ही लावा. ज्यांना शक्य नाही त्यांनी घेऊन जाऊ नका, ज्यांना शक्य आहे त्यांनी ते झाड लावा, कारण गणपतीचा प्रसाद आहे म्हटल्यानंतर ते लावतील. ही योजना राबवली कारण आपला देश श्रद्धेतनंच खूप पुढे जातो.
नक्कीच, खूप खूप धन्यवाद.
तर या पद्धतीच्या वृक्षप्रसाद योजना पुण्यातल्या प्रत्येक देवळात तुम्ही सुरू केली आणि ती राबवली. म्हणजे मला वाईट वाटते की दगडूशेठ हलवाई लोकांच्या त्यांना पैसे नाही आहेत त्यांच्याकडं. हे उत्तर ऐकून, म्हणजे झाडांसाठी पैसे नाहीत. द्या द्या, प्लीज द्या, प्लीज द्या. कारण कसं की तिथं मग ती योजना त्यांना माहीत पण आहे आता सगळी, तर तेवढी करा. असं प्रत्येक देवळातनं केली ना तर बऱ्यापैकी पर्यावरणाचा प्रश्न लोकांच्या इथून सुटेल असं वाटतंय.
चालेल, खूप खूप धन्यवाद. थँक्यू.
धन्यवाद.
Sir, I'll request you to please stay back, and I'll also request Dr. Pankaj Sharma to please join us on stage. We want to thank all our partners who have joined hands with us to make this a reality. May I first invite our Municipal Commissioner, PMC, Mr. Naval Kishore Ram. Sir, thank you so much for partnering with us on this cause and supporting it. Mr. Naval Kishore Ram. PMC has been a partner and we want to thank all our partners. Sir, I'll request you to stay back. We want to take a group picture with all our dignitaries. I'll now request Mr. Harish Rao, Group Head, Senior Vice President Marketing, Kolte Patil Developers Limited. Mr. Harish Rao. All right. Mr. Behram Khodaiji, Group CEO, Ruby Hall Clinic. smile. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to show you an audio visual here on the screen. I'll request all our dignitaries to please take their seats as we proceed for the next round and next event of this evening. Can you please have the AV? Lokmanya AV.
India is widely known to be a land of unity, diversity, and cooperation. Millions of Indian citizens dream of an ideal life and use these tenets as the guiding lights. And Lokmanya Multipurpose Cooperative Society operates with the noble intention of helping to realize these dreams. A renowned journalist, Sri Kiran Thakur, laid the foundation stone of the Lokmanya Cooperative Society in 1995 at Belgaum. Inspired by the teachings of the freedom fighter Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak, the visionary journalist cum founder aimed to build a financial institution that would help the citizens of all strata to lead a prosperous, protected, and peaceful life. He looked at it as a way of giving back to society. Mr. Prasad Thakur decided to join and expand business operations by walking on the path shown by his father and mentor. Lokmanya Society became multi-state in 2002 and converted into multi-purpose in 2008. With more than 200 branches, the organization now has a presence in 4 states: Maharashtra, Karnataka, Goa, and Delhi. Society has been able to benefit lakhs of people with their transparent way of working, utmost professionalism, and unparalleled commitment to serving. Lokmanya Society caters to a variety of industries, including finance, education, healthcare, insurance, mutual funds, tourism, hospitality, and real estate. Society is also actively involved in multiple social initiatives. Lokmanya Society wholeheartedly supported healthcare professionals, the police force, emergency service workers, and the public at large in every possible way. Lokmanya Multipurpose Cooperative Society salutes the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Ji Modi and India's first Cooperation Minister, Honorable Shri Amit Ji Shah, and takes pride in serving the country in every possible way. An organization built by people, for people, and run on the vision led by Lokmanya Tilak has one focus: people empowerment, where everyone progresses to prosperity.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll request you to please get back to your seats. The show is still on. We still have a lot of things to go. And we have, most importantly, the Green Awards that we want to give away to our Crusaders. I'll request everybody to please stay seated. And as we now play another EV for you.
In a world where lives hang in delicate balance, a 6-decade-old hospital stands tall as a sanctuary of hope and healing. Herein, you step into a world where compassion flows through every breath. Welcome to a place where your well-being is our sole purpose. Welcome to Ruby Hall Clinic. At Ruby Hall Clinic, Our team of highly skilled experts is prepared to face whatever challenges the day and night may bring. When seconds matter, Ruby Hall Clinic's first responder bikes bring emergency care to your doorstep, ensuring rapid assistance wherever it's needed. We house India's most formidable critical care unit, which stands tall as a beacon of unwavering dedication and resolute hope. Thousands of patients are treated here every day with Pune's finest doctors, most of whom are leaders of their speciality. Our radiology services redefine speed and clarity. The Siemens Somatom Force CT scanner, South Asia's fastest, captures life-saving images in seconds, while India's first 3D Philips Ingenia Evolution MRI unveils extraordinary details for unmatched diagnostic accuracy. We provide expert medical procedures ranging from complete heart care to cutting-edge cancer treatment at the region's most formidable oncology center. We use the CyberKnife S7 for robotic radiosurgery, expertly treating moving targets and hard-to-reach brain tumors with unmatched precision. With Vision RT's in-bore SGRT technology, we deliver precise and patient-friendly radiation therapy, ensuring comfort while protecting healthy tissues. Unmatched robotic surgical service and expert neurological interventions to even state-of-the-art mother and child care and comprehensive care at the multi-organ transplant unit. We're the first private hospital in India to bring precision to life with Pune's first and fastest GE Mini Tray Cyclotron. This advanced system creates essential radioisotopes, enabling accurate on-site diagnostics that set new standards in patient care. Along whisper quiet halls in five-star hotel-like rooms, our signature suites are filled with amenities wherein patients receive our
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll request you to please take your seats. The most important part of this evening is yet to happen. The Green Awards that we are here for, the people who've actually devoted their lives for the cause of making our city and our planet greener and more sustainable. And as responsible citizens, the first opportunity and duty that we have is to applaud them as they come up here on the stage and get their due. Ladies and gentlemen, the green heroes that we are about to honor are the people who did not wait for perfect conditions, did not wait for applause, and simply stepped forward for cleaner air, safer water, protected biodiversity, and a more responsible tomorrow. And we want to thank them for all their efforts. And to do the honors, I'll request Dr. Pankaj Sharma to please join us on stage. Also, our PMC Commissioner, Mr. Naval Kishore Ram. Sir, may I request you to please join us on stage to celebrate these heroes of environment and applaud them for what they do day in and day out. And requesting everybody else to please take your seats. To please be seated. All the people here on the right of the stage, please take your seats. All our environment heroes, wherever you are, be ready as I'm calling their names one by one. Let's start with TUV India for corporate sustainability. We have a representative from TUV. Zordar taaliyan unke liye honi chahiye, the heroes that we are here for today. Tanveer Inamdar, ladies and gentlemen. May I now invite Ms. Kajal Shah and Mr. Prashant Bhatia, the General Manager from Kohinoor Group. Thank you so much for your efforts towards sustainable practices. We need more people like you. May I now request a representative from Jeevit Nadi. This is an organization that's been doing some fantastic work, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for doing real on-ground work that helps all of us here in the city of Pune. And may I now request a representative from Anandvan Foundation. Example of how we can create urban jungles within the city. May I now request Mr. Ronit Lahoti to please join us on stage. So Ronit is in US right now, and these are his proud parents. Congratulations to both of you. May I now request somebody from Youth Green Club, representative from Youth Green Club. Yes, come on, come running. We need our youngsters to be running and gunning for these causes. Thank you so much for your efforts. May I now request Ms. Padmini Panse to please join us on stage. Congratulations and very well done, Padmini ji. May I now request Mr. M.V. Thomas to please join us. Congratulations, Mr. Thomas. Thank you so much for your efforts and contribution. May I now invite a representative from the Water app. Of course, some of the biggest changes that can come in sustainability will come from technology and technological advances. And Water app is doing some great work in that field. May I now invite from Green Thumb Environment Protection Group, Veteran Lieutenant Colonel Suresh Patil. Mr. Patil served the country in the forces, and then of course even after his retirement, serving the country through his efforts towards a green future. Thank you for your efforts, sir. I'll now request Founder and Managing Director of Blue Energy Motors, Mr. Anirudh Buvalka. May I request Mr. Anirudh Buvalka from Blue Energy Motors. I think he's not here. Representative from Embertron Systems Solutions Private. Ms. Varsha Rajkova to please join us on stage. Ms. Varsha Rajkova. And now may I please invite upon stage Mr. Santosh Natha Bandal, Chief Managing Director, Valentina, to also join our dignitaries in doing these honors. Our next awardee is Mr. Alok Kumar from Sarthi Green. Mr. Alok Kumar from Sarthi Green. There he is. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And from Advanced Nature, I'd like to call Mr. Jesh Krishnamurthy. Sir, may I request you to please join us on stage? Mr. Jesh Krishnamurthy. Thank you and congratulations, Mr. Krishnamurthy. Thank you to all our dignitaries. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, I know we are only a handful of us, but even one person can make a change, and I want to end you with this thought. If we ignore green alerts, tomorrow we'll issue red warnings. And let Pune not be a case study of damage. Let us all decide that we want to be a model of revival and action. Thank you so much. Good night. I've been your host, RJ Tarun. Thank you.